Hi Libra, welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Lee, and today we're going to delve further into the new love with your soulmate by taking a look at how they really feel about you, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Ooh. Cards just flying out. Okay, Libra, overall energy for this week's reading is the Ten of Coins, which is the Ten of Pentacles. This is talking about, you wanting to have this long-term, stable, and committed relationship where there is legacy, money, love, the whole 9 yards, okay? Underneath this is the King of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is talking about, preparation, like you preparing yourself for this connection, your person doing the same. It can talk about the two of you having a lot of passion between, a passion for each other. And also with the King of Wands, this can speak of, just this person coming in and like being a protector, somebody that has your back, somebody that is, stable and a good influence on you and the connection. Okay. Then we've got the Eight of Wands showing up here. This is talking about communication coming through. And then look, there's a bird with the wand in their mouth carrying it forward. And I feel like this is spirit doing that. Cause I always tell you that for me, the birds are like spirit. So this is spirit driving home or bringing forth, helping to bring forth this communication between you and your person. Okay. And it's like I said, it's very passionate because it's a wand, but it's also a fiery wand as well. Okay. Then underneath this is the Eight of Swords. Okay. This is what you and your person both have to get out of, which is feeling stuck, feeling like you can't move on. Because in this card, normally in the Eight of Swords, you're blindfolded. The person has their hands tied together in front of them. But in this card, this person is free to just get up and walk away whenever they want to. And I feel like, this is what's going on. This is what needs to happen. When you do your healing, it's going to open up a space for you to just stand up and walk away from those limiting beliefs. Okay. And then with the Knight of Cups, this is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, excuse me. And this is talking about this person and you being open to this connection, coming forward with your heart on your sleeve. Okay. And then look, you got spirit on your sleeve as well in this card. And it's about both of you coming forward, laying your cards out on the table and being honest with each other, totally honest about how you feel. Okay. Because you're both coming from situations where you feel like you had a missed opportunity. And this is a situation for you to have a second chance when it comes to love. Okay. And with the Hierophant card, Taurus energy, this is about a higher level of commitment, marriage as well, for those of you that want it. Okay. And then underneath that, look, Ten of Cups. You always have the best cards, Libra. I love that for y'all. Okay. Let's go ahead and clarify this Ten of Coins. Okay. Yeah. So you and this person have a soulmate bond. It says, when you just know. This soulmate connection is deep and real. This is that no explanation needed kind of love. Okay. So the two of you are in separation right now. All right. But I feel like what is going on is you are inspiring each other to go through this transformation you're going through with this butterfly that's here. Okay. All right. Let's pull some cards for your person. Okay. So when it comes to your person, they are stepping out of self-sabotaging. Okay. With the self-sabotage card, they're doing the healing they need to do in order to stop doing that. And then we have the deception card here. This is about them not being honest with how they feel yet, but it's because when the time is right, that's when they're going to step forward, okay? And then we have the pain card. It says apprehensive, afraid, cautious. So your person has been through a lot of pain just like you have. And I feel like this is just a situation where because of what you both experienced, that's why there's a necessity, a need for this connection to move slowly. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look at represents the past situation for your person. So we got the Three of Wands. This is talking about your person waiting for their ships to come in. Okay. They're waiting for the two of you to come together. Let's clarify. So we've got revelation. So your person's had a lot of revelations because they are doing the healing on themselves to prepare for this connection. Okay. And then we have the obscurity card. So it's talking about secrets, mysteries, concealing. So whatever was hidden from them or what secrets were being kept or concealed from them, all of that was being revealed or has been revealed in the past. Okay. It could have to do with what went on with them with that old connection, that last connection they were in. Okay. So currently we have them showing up as with the Nine of Cups and the Five of Cups. So you are their wish fulfillment, but they have been through a heartbreak, breakup, and a separation with someone with the Five of Cups. So even though they know you're there, they know that they love you and they want to be with you, they still have to heal from, what transpired with this other person. Okay. And that's what's going on right now. All right, let's clarify. Yeah. See, this person may have been married, or this could talk about them wanting to marry you. Okay. So it's going to be different for all of you. So take that as it resonates. Then we've got the confessions card. See, something came out for your person, okay, that was being hidden, all right, I feel like by this other person, the partner, whatever partner they were married to or in a committed connection with. And it says unveiling, coming clean messages. So it could be this person coming towards them, trying to be honest now after everything's over with, okay? But I feel like your person is like, nah, I'm done, because I feel like they're of a mind or a mindset where once you cross a certain line, there is no going back. Okay. Then we've got the bitterness card, resentment, anger, hurtful words. So this is what has gone down between your person and their person that they were with, or ex-person they were with. And so they are trying to work through this bitterness in order to prepare for the two of you coming together. Okay. All right. So when it comes to what your person thinks about this situation, okay, what is coming forward, we've got the Two of Coins. Okay, maybe at times this person is of two minds, but I feel like it's because they are still in the midst of healing from what happened in the past. Okay, all right, let's clarify. And I feel like they're wanting this juggling to stop. They don't ever want to be in a relationship with someone where they're being juggled or where they're having to juggle other people. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah. So your person is learning valuable soul lessons. Okay. And these lessons, these revelations that are coming through is what's going to make them whole again, make them come out better than they were in the beginning. Just like you went through all this stuff and you're coming out on the other side and you're much stronger. You know that you can handle, even more things than you thought you could handle. You know how I always tell you, you never know how strong you are until you go through certain things. And I feel like the same thing is happening with your person. Okay. So we've got the resistance card here. So your person, you see, it says secret admirer. This is talking about your person, that they're suppressing their feelings for you. They are very shy, very timid about wanting to come forward. But, like I said, they are feeling the feels. Okay. All right, so the next placement we're going to take a look at represents what your person thinks of you. So we've got the Seven of Cups here. They think you have a lot of options, okay? They think that you can be with anybody you want to be, just like, they have the potential to do that as well. But I also feel like, they may feel like, they're hoping that you've made the decision to choose them. Let me say that, okay? Yeah. See, they got a lot of passion for you. They know they can feel the passion. I'm telling you, this person is an empath just like you are. And They feel your passion just like I'm sure you feel theirs. Okay. So they're just waiting for the time to be right. It's closing out cycles, just waiting on the proper moment for the two of you to come together. Okay. All right. Let me get one of these. Yeah. See, I feel like this is what may be going on with you. We have money matters. It says money is becoming a pressure point in this connection, whether it's overspending, income gaps, or a fear of scarcity. So this is about you getting your money together. Okay. And I know you probably asked, Libra, what does this have to do with your relationship? Because this is about you coming in as an equal member of this relationship. Okay. Because I feel like in the past, on both sides, there may have been something, something going on where, you may have been lacking something. And then maybe the people you've chosen to be in connections with may have been lacking things as well. But in this connection, like I said, it's going to be a true meeting of the minds. You and this person are going to be able to stand toe to toe because you've worked on yourself. They've worked on themselves. You're focusing on your money. This person focuses on their money, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. So the next card, which is the middle card, because this is a 9-card spread. We've got the Devil. Okay. It's Capricorn energy. This is talking about not the negative side of the Devil. This is talking about the positive side of it, meaning I feel like this is talking about the passion that the both of you have for each other with the Devil card. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah. Your person is learning to forgive themselves and forgive other people for what they've been through. I said, this person is pulling out all the stops. That's what I hear. Pulling out all the stops in order to prepare for this connection. Because like I told you, they know that you're the one and they're not trying to let anything get in the way of the two of you coming together. See what I'm telling you? Only you. I hear that song. What's that song? It's an old song. It says, only you. And it says, I don't know, can make the world seem right or something like that. I'm not finna sing. Y'all ain't finna get me to singing on here, but I'm trying to, and it says, oh, only you. I don't know. It's like an old song. Y'all, somebody know what it is. And they gonna tell me what it is in the comments. And for whoever that's gonna do that, thank you in advance. So this person is, going to be devoted to you. The two of you are going to be attached to each other and, you're going to crave each other. Okay. Like I said, it's a beautiful card there. That's the first time I've seen that one. It's a new deck. Okay. So then we've got what your person wants. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune showing up here. This is Sagittarius energy. This is your person wanting the two of you to come together in your soulmate connection. They're wanting the good luck, right? What you're supposed to reap from what you've gone through and what they're supposed to reap. They want their karmic justice just like they want you to have yours. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. I'm like, who sings that song? It's like it's a black group back in the day, like in the 50s or 60s. It's like an old song. Okay. There you twin just coming in. Okay. And then I'm just going to move it, throw it over there to the side. Okay. Okay, then we got the overindulgence card. This your twin, so I'm just gonna throw it again. Hold on. If this card is about them, okay, it's not. Okay, so this is about your person walking away from the things that no longer serve them because they know that you and the relationship with you is what's going to serve them in the end. Okay, so we have influences. It says attachments, third parties, and peers. This is what they're walking away from. Okay. The third party situations, people that are attaching to them that have ulterior motives. They're walking away from all the things that, didn't work out for them in the past. Okay. And they're spying on you. So it's their social media, social network information in different ways. Like I said, if you don't have social media, this person is able to observe you some type of way. Like I said, you could have the same friend group. You could work together. It could be anything, any kind of way this person is seeing you, but they are watching you. Okay. All right. So this last row is going to talk about the first placement we're going to look at represents what you need to know about your person. So we got the Judgment card, Scorpio energy, and the Four of Wands. So this person, as I've told you, they want commitment with you. They want marriage. They want stability. All of these things that we talk about that's why Pentacles show up all the time. It's not that they don't love you because, normally cups, represents the romance and the love, but it's not that. It's that they want everything. And with the Pentacles, it includes everything. Like especially this 10 of coins. That's why I like this card. I love it more than the 10 of cups because it's not just about the love. It is like the fruits of you being in love. So it's money, it's stability, it's, you know, when you're happiness, all of these things with the 10 of cups, like I said, with the legacy, all of that, family, all of that. So this person wants to have a second chance at love with you, okay? And for the two of you to build a stable connection together. So we got the friend zone card. It says, one of you wants more, but the other one only sees this as a friendship. You can't force chemistry when it's not there. The reason why this card is coming up is because those of you who don't know who your person is crushing on you and you have no idea who it is yet. So for some of you, this is somebody that's a friend of yours and you just don't realize that it's them, okay? Until it's time for you to be activated, okay? All right. So we have, okay, this person is working on their triggers, whatever's triggering them, and they're learning how to step more into their confidence. This is normally a confident person, but you know, anybody that goes through a bad love relationship can end up losing confidence and stuff. Okay, so it says conflicted here. It says decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. Okay, they are just navigating through the minefields of what it's like when you're trying to heal from some things that have gone down and trying to get past certain, you know, issues and certain things you've been through. Okay, so when it comes to the advice Spirit has for you, we have the 5 of swords and the 7 of coins. So Spirit is telling you to be patient, okay? Keep planting your seeds for what it is you want to occur. And with the 5 of swords, be willing to win at all costs. Let go of all of the residue and the fallout from what happened with the mind games and the cheating and the betrayal, all the things that you've experienced, to let that go and focus on stoking this fire, stoking this passion for this new person that's about to come. Because in the 7 of Pentacles, normally it's one person planting seeds, planting coins, and watching them come to, you know, watching things come to fruition. But in this, there's you and your person. I feel like you and your soulmate and the passion, the fire between the both of you. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah. See, this person, you know, your person may be going through a period of overload at this time because they're missing you, craving you, desiring you. They think about you a lot. Okay. Let me pull a card for you because this was about you, about your message from Spirit. And then, you know, they know you are their divine feminine. Okay. Spirit is telling you to focus on this, stepping into your divine feminine or divine masculine energy. Guys, it's divine masculine. Okay. And let's get one more card. So we have secrets and lies showing up. It says not everything here is what it seems. Lies, omissions, or double lives could be distorting the connection. This is what the both of you have gone through in your other connections, okay? And it's about you letting go of that. That's what Spirit was talking about when I told you, you know, when I was telling you with that 5 of swords, letting go of the mind games and things. This is what they're talking about, okay? Then we have blocked. It says, it stings to be blocked, but try not to take it personally. Value those who value you and don't chase the ghost. So, hold on. I tell you, my nose starts running and I get hot when I channel. Anyway, the blocked card, you know, you may have blocked this person, okay? And then they may have blocked you in retaliation or vice versa. But Spirit is just telling you, you know, only be there for people who are there for you is basically what they're saying with this card. Okay, just let it go. Then we've got the toxic talk card. It says the way you're speaking to each other is causing harm, not healing. Words have energy, and right now they're wounding. This shit is about your twin. So we finna throw that to the side because the secrets and lie, all of these things are the things Spirit is telling you to let go. Okay, this is not us trying to talk about the old person. That's not what I'm doing. I'm telling you what Spirit is telling you to let go of with this 5 of swords, because this talks about mind games, you know, cheating, double dealing, all kinds of shit. And these are the things, the specific things that Spirit is telling you to let go of so you can move forward. Okay, so when it comes to the outcome, we got 3 cards that fell for the outcome. You're the only sign that got 3 cards. So we've got the 2 of Swords. Okay, we have the Knight of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and the 7 of Wands. So Spirit is telling you that, you know, you got this decision to make. Stop ignoring the red flags, keeping your head stuck in the sand. Pull your head out, take the blindfold off, let go of the secrets, and be honest about, you know, the state of affairs when it comes to your life, period, not just your love life, okay? Because a lot of it has to do with all the areas of your life and not just your relationship with this new person, okay? Because a lot of y'all been getting mistreated by several different people in your life, and they weren't all just romantic relationships. They were other relationships as well. People who should have been treating you right because that's just the right damn thing to do, okay? And I feel like that hasn't been happening. And so Spirit is telling you to look at what the fuck is going on in your life with this 2 of Swords, okay? All right. Then they're telling you with this 7 of Wands to guard your energy. Don't be letting any and everybody up in your shit. Because everybody, listen, let me tell you something, okay? You are like fucking fine wine, Libra, all right? You are good people. You are given to other people and trying to be there and trying to love people, and you're not getting it in return. So Spirit is telling you to stop giving your shit to everybody. Stop giving it out like candy, because that's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Everybody should not be able to have a piece of you. And I don't mean that negative. You know, I don't mean that with the double meaning. I don't mean that as a pun. But maybe for some of you it is. Maybe for some of you it is. You are precious. You got to start to think of yourself like that, like a precious metal, or like platinum, you know? Everybody don't get platinum. Platinum is only given to people that can afford it, right? So you need to be thinking the same way about you. Everybody don't get to enjoy your energy or to be around you or to you know, to have you do for them and stuff like that. That's something that needs to be earned. And you have to start looking at yourself that way if you want other people to look at you that way as well. Okay? All right. Then we got the Knight of Wands. And I just told you it's a fire sign. This is talking about, you know, be willing to take this risk, you know, for the 2 of you to come together. Like I said, guard your energy until the right person comes into your life. And then that's when you let it go. But you go slowly to make sure that this person is giving you what you giving them, okay? Because I'm not saying that this person won't do that, but this is supposed to be a learning experience, Libra. So it's about you not repeating the same mistakes you made in the past. Because in the past, y'all go too fast, you give too much too fucking soon. And like I said, I'm guilty of the shit too, okay? But I'm telling you this because this is supposed to be a learning thing, okay? Because you got other shit you're going to have to worry about when you get into this connection with this person, okay? Because like I told you, you and this person going to have to be like this, because you going to have people coming at y'all trying to knock y'all down, because it's just people out here, and it sucks, but it's just people out here that don't want to see nobody happy because they fucking ass ain't happy, okay? All right, hold on. So Spirit is telling you, love yourself. It says loving yourself is the ultimate romance. Let me read that to you again. Listen to me, Libra. I'm talking to all the signs. Loving yourself is the ultimate romance. It says invest in you, grow, glow, and get to know how great you really are. Because once you understand that, you ain't going to be trying to give everybody a piece of you. You're not going to be trying to do that. You're going to be sitting, holding court, like the empress or the emperor that you are. And you're going to be allowing people to come to you, and you're going to make the decision on whether you want to let these people in your life or not. But that's what the discernment and all that, that's the basis, the foundation of all of this, is you realizing that you are prime fucking real estate, and you don't give prime real estate to everybody. Because if everybody could have prime real estate, it wouldn't be prime real estate, right? So you got to think about that. Think about what I'm telling you, what Spirit is telling you. So when it comes to your person, they're gaining knowledge, okay? And they're doing a lot of research on this connection to better understand it, okay? This person is going above and beyond, and that's what you want. You always want to only have people in your life that do that. because that's what you deserve, okay? So it's about them, you know, it's about both you and them getting rid of heart fog. And it's like mixed signals, blocked emotions, being messed up, okay? It's healing from these things. So when you come, you're able to come in a direct energy and be proper with each other, okay? All right. Okay, so let's get some messages from Spirit. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay, so we have soul escapism. It says someone is trying to cut the energetic tie and avoid their soul responsibility. You know who that is. You know who trying to do that, who don't want to be. It's your twin. So we got manipulation. Someone's skill and cleverness was used to take advantage of the other person. That's your person, your twin, your ex person. Let me say that. All right. We have lessons. This is a teaching moment. That's what this is about you learning the things you need to learn so you can love on yourself the way you're supposed to and get that love in return from other people. Okay. It says patience and understanding and acceptance of divine timing is essential during this waiting period. Okay. All right. Let's get some other messages from Spirit. We're going to delve a little deeper. Okay, so we've got wish granted. It says the outcome may not be exactly what you want, but is what you need. And I feel like why they saying exactly, because I told you, this is going to be somebody that you normally probably wouldn't fuck with. And the reason why is because how can I explain it? We can all be a little superficial. And when I say that, I'm not saying that your person, you're not gonna find them attractive. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it at all. I'm saying whatever your normal type is, don't need to be your type. Okay. And because if it needed to, if your normal type was the good type, you would be with them, right? We wouldn't be talking. You wouldn't even know who I was, right? So I'm saying all of this to say that Spirit is telling you, you're going to get what you want, but it ain't necessarily going to come in the package you want to come in. Let me say it like that. And when I say that, let me say it again. I'm not saying that you're not going to be attracted to this person, because you will be. But at first, you're going to be like, because I told y'all the story, right? I wanted a black man because I'm primarily African American or black, because I like black. I don't normally say African American, but I just say this on here because I'm on here. But anyway, I digress. So when I saw who my person was, I like freaked out at first because I was like, he's not black, and then I got upset. And you just got to go with the flow. That's all I'm telling you. But I ended up, when I just let it go, I put the gun down, I realized, yes, I find the person attractive. I'm attracted to them. So it's not, just because you come from different backgrounds. Like I said, everybody that's telling me in the comments, like one person was saying that I think they white and their person's Japanese. I've heard of somebody white with an African. I've heard all kinds of different things. Okay. So there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes good things don't come in the packages you want them to come in. And that's a good thing, because it's about broadening your horizons too. Because sometimes if we're not pushed into different situations, you never know what you're missing out on until you try something different. Okay. All right. Let me go to the next card. We've got, this card. Did I do this one? Okay. So we got, this card fell on one of the other things, and I didn't look at it. It says elusive. It says dishonesty, deception, trickery. You know who this is about. See, they keep trying to sneak in. It's the twin, and they keep trying to sneak in, and so I'm just going to throw their ass to the side. So we've got honest echoes. It says, listen to the whispers of your heart, for you know the whole truth. Okay, this goes back to that Two of Swords card where I tell you, stop trying to have your head stuck in the sand. Look at what the fuck is really going on. Okay, because this is about you being honest with yourself, not just with other people, but being honest with yourself about how you have contributed to where you've gotten. Okay, because it wasn't all that other person's fault. Some of that shit was you too. So you gotta own your shit, because I had to own mine too. It sucks. Nobody wants to do it. But I mean, it's part of the lesson. It's a part of you living. Okay. Then we've got the divine timing card, our favorite card in the deck, right? It says, be patient, for some things take time to manifest fully in your life. Okay, so Spirit is just telling you, chill out. You got patience showing up twice here. Okay, Spirit is saying, chill out. When the time comes, this person is going to come. All right. Okay, so now we're going to get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, we have, you are my home. Then we have, you deserve to have me at my absolute best. Okay, it says, in the end, this will all be worth it. Okay, that's for those of you who are finding it hard to not be impatient. Okay. Ooh, it says sex with you. Okay, I hear you. Look, your person feels lonely. Oh. Okay, then we have, I can't stop thinking about you. You're always in my dreams. We have, we belong together. The thought of you with someone else drives me insane. I don't deserve you at all. Hold on 1 second. Okay, then we have, you're everything I want and need. I keep dreaming about us together. This person dreams about you a lot, Libra. Okay, we have, I'm trying to become the best version of myself for you. Again, similar messages. And then everything reminds me of you. Okay. And then we got, let me get one more and then we'll get these. Okay. Oh, I will call or text you very soon. Don't ever forget that I love you. Okay. And then one more and then we'll get the oracle cards from Spirit. Ooh, look, your favorite. Yo, if somebody watching this that fucking hate this card. That's why I keep coming out, because Spirit like to fuck with people. So it says divine timing. It says we are on the journey and the divine dance on the soul plane. It will manifest into the physical world in perfect divine timing. All we have to do is trust and have faith that all will work out beautifully. Okay. Then we have promise. It says, I want to make a commitment. I wish you knew just how special you are to me. It kills me not to be able to tell you. You amaze me with your compassion and kindness through this time apart. I promise I will make things right between us. Okay. So this person, you know, that's funny. That's funny that them divine timer cards keep coming up. Okay. So we got soon. They saying soon we will be together in the near future. Our reunion is imminent and I'm doing all I can to be ready for you. I'm working hard on myself to be a better provider for you. I hear you call for me and I'm coming back to you. This is my promise to you that soon we will reunite again. Okay. And remember, it's reunite because you have a past life connection with this person. Spark. It says, my love for you is written in the stars. We have the spark between us, which is undeniable and visible to everyone around us. You are the miracle that dropped into my life and lit me from within. Look up at the stars tonight and know that I am under the same sky thinking about you. We are destined to be together for many lifetimes. We don't need to rush this love. Our love is eternal. And then mine. This is the last one. It says, I want to take the honoring path towards you. So I'm taking responsibility for my situation first. See, so this person's working their shit out first before they come to you. I'm coming forward to tell you how I feel. I know that I have what it takes to make you mine. I'm ready for our new beginning. All right. Okay. So now we're going to get these romantic fairies, Oreo card. Oh gosh, oracle cards. Why I'm saying Oreo cards? I don't know where that come from. Okay, it says let go of the past. Clear energy to allow more love in your life. All right. Okay. Then we have love language, gift giving. It says tokens of reciprocity hold cherished memories. So this person may be coming towards you to give you, you know, some type of gift. This could be somebody that's their love language. They like to give other people gifts. Okay. Okay. And then the last one, it says falling in love. Sudden feelings that this is the one. Okay. All right. Okay, Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Lee's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to delve a little further into new love and your soulmate by looking at another spread. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right. It's for Libra spirit. Okay, here we go. Overall energy for this week's reading, Libra, is the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This can talk about, you being ready to take a risk and your person being ready to take a risk as well. Underneath this is the King of Pentacles. This is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I feel like this is how both you and your person show up, because this is talking about both of you seeing each other as the one, wanting to have a long-term, stable, and committed relationship with each other. Okay. Underneath this is the Magician. Okay, Aries energy. This is talking about you manifesting each other. So what you're doing is manifesting your person's manifesting you. Underneath this is the Lovers, the Gemini energy. This is talking about both you and your person, even though you're different, because look, different colored dragons, even though you're different, you're very fundamentally the same. And also with the Lovers card, this is talking about you and this person vibing on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. It is also talking about the fact that it is a choice that both of you are choosing each other. Okay. All right. Underneath the Lovers is the Four of Swords. This is like the mini hermit. It is talking about you needing to, take this time apart. Okay. The time that you're in separation in order to work out whatever kinks you still have left to work out before the two of you come together. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Knight of Wands. Okay, some of you are still holding on to past grudges, all right? It's time to get rid of that shit, because you don't want to be bringing that into this new connection, because I'm telling you, it affects how you move. Even when you think it doesn't, it does. And it's like a ticking time bomb, because you don't know when or where it's going to show up. You don't know what's going to happen to trigger you for it to come up. And so it's just best for you to get rid of it, so you don't even have to bring it into this new connection with you and this person, okay? Because you and this person are going to be happy and content with each other, or you have the potential to be. Let me say that. Then we've got love being in your arms, kissing you. This is how the both of you are going to feel about each other, Libra. You get some of the most beautiful cards, Libra. I love that. Okay, let's get some more. Okay, so we have blocked passion, okay? And why is this passion blocked, you ask? When you hold on to past grudges, because let me explain this to you. When we do this, we think we're just doing it we're compartmentalizing, and we're just doing it to that specific person or that specific situation, or, so on and so forth. But when you start to block, you can't, there's no way for you to do it like, oh, I just gonna block you and then I'm not gonna block nobody. There's no way for you to do it. Either you feeling or you ain't. Okay, either it's there or it's not. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you with this blocked passion card. So it says, when passion is blocked, it usually reflects something deeper. It's time to look beneath the surface and ask what's not being expressed. Okay, because like I said, you're gonna have to deal with this hurt, this pain, this anger, whatever it is that you're holding on to here. Because like I said, it's only hurting you. It's not hurting anybody else. I just had a talk with Virgo about this. And the fact that you can't suppress these emotions and think that they're never going to pop up, because they always come up, and they always come up at the most inopportune fucking time. Okay? That's what I'm telling you. Because like I told you, it's like you carrying around a grenade with the fucking pin out, and you walking around with it. All right. And you've walked around with it for so long that you're starting to forget you have it in your hand. And then one day you go fucking relax. When you start to relax and you forget about it, that's when the bitch is going to blow up. Okay? All right. Let's move forward. Let's pull some cards for your person and see what Spirit has to tell you about them. Okay, so you have somebody that is, they're paying attention to the signs that Spirit is giving them. Okay, because I tell you all the time, they're tapped in just like you are. This person's going to come in the spirit of wanting to compromise, because they know it's not all about what they want or all about what you want. It's about both of you coming to an agreement. Okay, meeting in the middle. Sometimes you get what you want, sometimes they get what they want, sometimes you just meet in the middle. Okay, so we've got finality here. It says farewells, leaving behind closure. So this is what Spirit is wanting you to do with this past karma, these past grudges. Walk away from them, let them go, leave them behind. Okay, because they're only holding you down and dragging you down, because you're trying to manifest, right? But you got all this shit on top of it. And so if you don't get rid of the things that are on top of it, when are you going to be able to manifest? Because I tell y'all, you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you're being. So if you're not identifying as the type of person that has the type of life you want to have, it's not going to manifest. Okay. All right. Let me give you an example. One of the other signs this week, I was talking about the fact about me manifesting a car. So there was a person that came to me in the comments and was asking me about that. They say they've been trying to manifest a car forever, and they haven't been able to do it. So they were asking me what I did. And so let me start out by saying that's one of the things that I'm good at. And I'm not saying that to be cocky. It's just a fact. Okay. Just like I say, my name is Leigh. I can say I'm, manifesting cards is just something I'm good at. Everybody has their thing they're good at. Everybody has their stuff that they have to work on. Anyway, so if I want another car, I have to identify as somebody who is worthy of that car. Because let me give you an example. The car that I have now is a car that I've always wanted to have. Okay, it's like my dream car. It was one of the rewards that I got for walking away from the twin. Okay, so I always wanted this car, but I was always putting it off, saying, I don't want to do it, while I'm here. I want to wait until, I'm living somewhere else, so on and so forth. I was always making up excuses, right? And so I remember when something happened where I was looking for the car, but I was looking at used ones. And the used ones, the price range was pretty much, almost the same as like a brand new one. So I remember I called to talk to the people about the car, and they were, I got this girl on the phone. She was really nice. And I remember she was like, I was asking her about the used ones and about like what the fees are and all these types of things or whatever. And she was like, I don't know, I get maybe Spirit just needed to use her to tell me whatever they wanted to tell me. So she says, why are you looking at used cars? She was like, just go in and try for a new one. She said, even if you don't get it, right? She said, just because you ain't getting it right now, it doesn't mean you won't ever get it. And so it was interesting, because when she said that, it gave me a light bulb moment. And I said, you know what? She's right. And then I think about this thing about how we always putting shit off, Libra. We always put things off for later. Oh, well, I'll get it when this happens, or I'll do this when that happens, or I'll do that when that happens. And now is not the time to be putting shit off. Okay. Because the present is right now. It's not in the future. It's definitely not in the past. So I'm saying all of this to say that in order for me to bring that car in, I had to switch my mindset, because I was in a mindset that was conducive to me having the vehicles that I had, before I got this car. Okay. So me wanting to move up, I hear moving on up from the Jeffersons. In order for me to move on up, I had to change and adjust my mindset and start to identify as somebody who identified with driving this specific car. Okay. So that's what I did. And see, and then it didn't help. I mean, then it did help the fact that I know that I'm really good at manifesting cards, because that helps a lot. If you truly believe what it is that you're wanting to manifest, you can make it happen. Okay. And I'm not telling you that because I know that I'm good at that I don't go through all the things that people go through when they try to manifest things. Because I had the peaks and the valleys. I had things happen where I was like, okay, what's happening, but as soon as my mind started to veer, I snapped it back into place like a rubber band, and I'm like, no, you know what you got to do, because you've done this several times before. You got to just got to keep looking at where it is you're trying to go. I tell y'all this all the time, right? Remember the story about the whitewater rafting, where I told you when you whitewater raft, they tell you when you get in the raft that you're gonna go through dangerous points in the trip. But when you see those dangerous points, you're not to focus on those. You're to focus only on where you want to go, because if you focus on the dangerous things, that's exactly where you're going to go. So I'm saying all of this to say, I eventually got the car. The things that happened, the valleys that happened, okay, before the peak came when I got the car, were things that needed to happen, things that needed to line up in order for me to get this vehicle. And I realized that if I had gotten it earlier, at the exact time that I wanted, there would have been things about it that weren't right. So I'm saying all of this to say, like, when you waiting on your person to come, you feeling bad, you like, why is this person not here? And then, you trying to manifest this person, but you keep looking at other shit. You keep looking at the things you've been through. You keep looking at the person you bitter about, all this kind of shit. You're not being somebody who is ready to be in a relationship with the new person. You still focusing on who you used to be. So I'm saying all of this to tell you that manifestation works the same way, whether it's a fucking person or it's a thing, okay? You have to focus on what it is you want, and it's about you focusing on that and only that. I'm not saying you won't have times, Libra, where you want to look off. You want to veer, you veer off course, and you want to, you get transfixed with where you're going, or you start to backpedal, or what do they call it? Backslide, and go back to who you used to be. But where you're going now, you can't have no remnants of that old person and step into this new timeline with this person, because this life you're stepping into is going to be a complete and utter change. It's going to be unlike anything you've ever experienced. And so saying that, you got to get your mind right. So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about this, and this is what we're talking about when I tell you it's how you identify. Because if this is what you want here, happiness and contentment, and you want, what is the other card? And you want this, you want to be in your person's arms, loving them and kissing them and all this kind of stuff, you have to identify somebody who experiences that on a regular basis. It has to become the norm for you before this person even gets here. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, so we have, for the first, oh, wait a minute, we got this card that came out here. This about your twin. They feel abandoned, but who cares? Let's move forward. All right. Did we get cards for your person? Oh, yes. Okay. So this first placement we're going to look at talks about what you're going to learn from this person, right? So we got 3 cards that fell. We have the Ace of Pentacles, we got the 5 of Cups, and we have the 7 of Wands. Hold on one second. Okay, so what Spirit is saying with these 3 cards is that you're going to learn, you and this person are going to teach each other how to completely heal from the things that you've been through in the past, but the residue of those things. Because remember, I told you, you are 100% responsible for healing yourself. This person is not, even though I told you this is going to be a healing relationship, this person is not responsible for coming in and healing you, and you're not responsible for coming in and healing them. I'm talking about the residue, about the 2 of you coming together and the new identities that the both of you are stepping into. That's gonna help you completely let go of the old identities you were both in, okay? Then we've got the 7 of Wands here. I feel like, both of you are guarding your hearts. You're guarding yourself, guarding your feelings, which is fair because you've been through a lot of shit. But I feel like this new connection coming in with the Ace of Pentacles, this person is, like I said, is going to be stable. It's going to be grounded. It's going to be, you know, like I said, unlike anything you've ever experienced before. Okay, long term. All right, this is going to be somebody you can rock with till the end if this is what you choose to do. And so it's going to put you in a position and your person to where you put this wand, well, it's a sword here in here. It's the 7 of Wands, but it's a sword the person is holding. You're going to put this sword down and begin to let this person in, and they're going to do the same thing for you. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, so in order for these things to happen, healing has to occur. Some of you may need to align your chakras. All right, I think we've talked about this before. Then there's going to be a lot of communication. The two of you are going to have to talk to each other, especially when you got your exes coming in trying to derail your shit. You're really going to need to be able to be master communicators with each other, you know, to let it all out. Tell the person what you got to tell them. Be fully transparent about what's going on. Like, for instance, what I'm talking about is, if your ex contacts you, you need to let this person know what is going on, and vice versa, because I wouldn't put it past either one of them to try to come and make a mess by going to one of y'all saying, oh, I contacted such and such, and they telling me this, and they telling me this, they telling me that. See what I'm saying? So, but if you and your person are talking, you gonna know that's total and utter bullshit, is what I'm trying to get you to see. Okay? And then free will. We all got free will, right? You have your choice. You can make your choices and do whatever it is you want to do. But Spirit is telling you what is going to get you the optimal results that you've been wanting, okay? All right, so there's going to be a lot of intimacy between you and your person. Bonding, you know, a lot of sensual times, a lot of sexy times, a lot of confiding in between, you know, between the two of you. Then we've got the clinging card. It says holding on and spying. I feel like this is your person spying on you, the new person spying on you, looking at you. It could be the other one too, but we all know that this new person watches you as well. Okay? Then we've got decisions, hot and cold, multiple choices. So, you know, there's going to have to be a lot of decision making, because you're going to have to choose between at least 2 people. For some of you, it's going to be more than that, because I told you it's going to be like a gang of people coming out. People from the past, not just the last person, but the people from before that coming in. And you're going to have to be able to make choices and use your discernment. Okay? Hold on. Okay. So Spirit is telling you, you know, you're going to step into a situation where there's going to be equal love. But you also have certain addictions that you're going to have to battle. And when I say addictions, it doesn't have to be alcohol. It doesn't have to be drugs. It could be hanging on to grudges, holding on to them grudges. That's an addiction. Wanting to be angry all the time, being okay with anger. Because some of us are comfortable. We've held on to anger and things for so long till we're comfortable like that. Okay? And that can't be your new norm, and you be in this relationship with this person. Because, okay, let me tell you, I got a comment this week, right, from this young woman, and she was telling me that she had met her soulmate, okay, but that she was self-sabotaging, okay, walking around angry, being angry at the person for no reason, because the person hadn't done anything to them, because she wasn't through with her healing. She realized there was other things that she needed to heal. And I tell y'all, your shit's gonna come up in the relationship, okay? I'm not telling you you can be 100% walking in, but you can be better than you are now. That's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you to try to stand in the best light you can when you come into this thing, because this is your holy grail. We ain't talking about some person you meeting and y'all gonna date for a little while and maybe hit it and then walk away, walk your separate ways, or go your separate ways. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a connection, like I said, where you're going to ride this to the end if that's what you want. This person is going to be open to doing that, to marriage, to family, to kids, all of these things. So this is why I keep telling you, it is important. It is pertinent for you to show up the best way you can, okay? Like I say, if you want to suppress and you want to block and you want to do all this shit, you need to do it to all them old fuckers that's gonna be coming in trying to get a little bit, because they're gonna see you, glowing up and stuff. So they're gonna wanna try to come back, because people always want you when you're at your best, right? But that's how you know the people that really love and care for you are the ones that are rocking with you when you're down. Okay, so let's move on. So we got you and this person are going to end up on the same page together. It says you want the same thing and you're both showing up accordingly. You're aligned emotionally and energetically. Okay, that's the alignment. That's what's taking time, because you got to be in a certain energy and your person has to be in a certain energy. Then we have infatuation. It says it feels electric, but remember, it's easy to mistake a new crush for love. Keep your heart in check while you ride the high. Okay, this is about, like I said, using the discernment and knowing, trying to peep out what somebody's motives are, because I feel like the reason why this infatuation card is coming up, because we're not just talking about the soulmate, we talking about all these other randoms that's going to be coming up trying to get a little piece. Okay, and that's what some of them are just going to be trying to do, get a piece. It ain't going to be about no relationship, because a lot of us, society, the things we see, the things we're shown and stuff, women, okay, I'm talking about American women, because this is what I know. A lot of times when we like somebody, we're already thinking about it in terms of the long term, right? But men are not always thinking about that. Like I said, this soulmate that's coming in will be thinking about that. But your average dude is not thinking about that. They just out wanting to have a good time, whatever a good time to them means, okay? But a good time to you ain't gonna mean what a good time to that type of person is gonna mean, because it could mean they want to have sex. It could mean they could just want to go out with you and have a good time. But a lot of times, if you talk to a guy and you be like, oh, when you like a girl and you want to go out with them, what is it? A lot of times when they've done interviews, they say, they want to partake. Okay, so, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you want, if both of y'all are on the same page. Like I tell you, it's when somebody wants to pull the wool over your eyes, they want to fucking play games. Because see, my thing is just tell me, I tell you, and either we on the same page or we fucking ain't. And then if we not on the same page, go find somebody else, because there's somebody out there that will be down with what it is that you want to do. But what gets fucked up is when you don't want somebody to know that's because then that means you got fucking ulterior motives, because you're not wanting to tell nobody the truth. And who the fuck want to be around somebody like that? Because this is about trust at the end of the day. I don't care if the person's intentions are not the same intentions as yours. You still want to be able to trust the people that are around you. I don't care what type of relationship it is. You want to be able to do that. And the way you do that, the way you do trust is by showing people you can be trustworthy, right? So anyway, let's move on. So then we got the no strings attached card showing up here. It says it starts with no strings, but even the most casual ties can tangle fast when the boundaries get blurred. But like I told you, those of you who are not with your person yet, you will know the person that is your soulmate, because you're going to feel a way that you've never felt before. This person is going to make you feel a way you've never felt. And then, like I said, watch their actions. Watch how they identify. Watch what they do. Watch what they say. And let's make sure all of this shit is aligned, because you'll see people tell you, because look at the exes, right? They come in and they tell you, oh, is this, and that, right? But then their actions is something else. They saying this, but they over here, right? It's not lining up. So if it's not lining up, that's one way you can discern that this person is not the type of person you're looking for, because the soulmate is all going to line up. Okay. All right, let's move on. Okay, the next placement we're going to look at talks about an accurate portrayal of your person's personality. Ooh. Okay, so we got the King of Swords showing up here. We have the Hangman, Pisces energy, the Tower, Scorpio energy, and the Ace of Swords. So this person is going to be all about communication, all about telling you the truth. All about the transparency, okay? About them coming and letting you know about something and you not just finding out somewhere randomly, okay? Because that's somebody that's hiding shit, okay? or you know, not it's it not occurring to them to tell you, okay? Because that's important too, because especially if it's something to do with an ex or something to do with somebody that has designs on your person, yeah, you need to know that. You need to know that because you need to know what the fuck is going on, so that if something goes down, you can be like, okay, well, you can come to me telling me whatever the hell, because we done already talked about this and I know what happened. You see what I'm saying? That's that level of security, giving your person the security by being transparent, okay? So then we've got the Tower card, Scorpio energy. This person, you and this person are going to build a completely different solid foundation, okay? You're going to learn how to let go of things that no longer serve you. Your person's going to teach you how to look at things from a different perspective, all right? So you can let go of what no longer serves you. And then with the King of Swords, this is like I said, an air sign is someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is somebody very independent. I feel like they're going to show you like the positive way of independence, okay? Standing in their power. This is somebody who is not only physically, emotionally, and spiritually attracted to you, but this person is mentally. This is somebody with whom this has to be a relationship of substance, especially if it's somebody that they're wanting to spend the rest of their life with. They got to connect with you on the mental. And I feel like you and them are going to, because you've experienced a lot of different things. And I feel like you mesh on that level as well. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. So we've got, you know, you walking off, both of you walking off in a new direction. Your person is too. You and your person mirroring each other. And then the crossroads, because there are decisions that have to be made. Okay. Like I said, you're going to have to choose who you want. But this person wants you to be with them, and they don't want nobody else, and they don't want you to want nobody else. Okay. Soulmates. Okay. It says deep love, unity, and connection. That's what this connection is going to be about. And then we've got the heart fog. It says mixed signals, blocked emotions, being messed up, all of that. It's going to be an end to all of this. Okay, let's get some cards for you. Okay, for you, you're going to be cutting off these, you know, old attachments, these people that are, you know, still trying to, trying to absorb or latch onto you and suck out your energy, eat off your energy. You're cutting these people off. And then look, we've got these cards. Like I told you, get all the beautiful cards, Libra. It says soulmates, two soulmates, deeply in love, two peas in a pod. This is how you and your person are going to be. Okay. Like I told you, people are going to be telling y'all to get a room. Okay. It's going to be a cosmic connection. It says this connection transcends time, space, and logic. Let's try it again. This connection transcends time, space, and logic. You've met in other lifetimes and in other dimensions. Okay. Then, you know, it's going to be that thing where, you know, when you doing something, like for me, when I read cards, it's like there is no time. It's like I sit down at the table, I look at what time it is, and I'm going. And at the end of the read, I'm like, oh my God, it's been 30 minutes. It's been 40 minutes. It's been an hour. That's how it is for me. That's how it's going to be with you and your person. You're going to be so engrossed, having such a good time, enjoying each other and learning and you know, knowing about each other till time is just going to fly by. It's going to be that type of relationship. Okay. All right. Let's move forward. Okay. Next thing, we're going to look at the driving force of this person's intentions with you. All right. So you are this person's wish with the star, Aquarius energy. Then we've got the Six of Cups. It's a past life connection. It's a soulmate connection, because this is a soulmate card. The Six of Cups is talking about this past life connection between the two of you. And then with the Knight of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This person wants to come to you and lay it all out on the table. They want to wear their heart on their sleeve. They want to be able to trust you and to be their authentic self, to be completely open with you. And so that's why I said, you know, this person wants to strip you down. They want you to be naked on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of that with them. Okay. All right. And in order for you to do that, it's going to require you to level up. It's going to require you to let go of all this shit. You have to let it go, because you can't hang on to that and be like, oh, you know, I'm hanging on to all this shit. I want to be naked. But you know what I feel like is going to happen? Your feelings for this person, I'm telling you, because me, I wanted to, my person made me want to fucking forgive everybody. And I told you, I'm a fucking grudge holder, okay? I used to, if there was an Oscar for grudge holding, I would motherfucking win it. Let's be honest. Let me be honest about how I used to identify. I don't identify like that anymore. I don't hold it. I just let it go. Because I know when me and this person get together, none of that shit's gonna matter. These are the questions you gotta ask yourself, okay? Is this really gonna matter when I'm with my person now and I'm happy and I'm living my life? Is this shit I'm holding on to, is it really that fucking important, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, so this person's going to come in and be all about the action, okay? This is not going to be somebody that just gives you lip service. If they say they're going to do it, they're going to fucking do it. If they promise you something, they're going to come through on the promise, okay? And then, like I said, the two of you are going to be working on a family together, either blending yours, having new children, or, you know, adding to it, or both. Or, like I said, if you're not wanting to have kids or of childbearing age, it can be a situation where the both of you are going to come together and birth something together like a company, okay? And then we've got the commitment card. I told you, riding to the end, commitment, marriage, you know, long-term relationship. Oh, look, you get all the best cards, Libra. It says loyalty, trusting, reliability, believing, okay? And we also have influences, so attachments and peers, all right? We're not worrying about the only third party. Why that keeps coming up is because you're going to have to make that choice, okay? And you're going to have other people trying to get at you. Like your person probably going to have people trying to get at them too, because I told you, this person can be with anybody they want to be. They showing up as the King of Swords. This is somebody with whom, you know, they've taken a long time to get to where they are. And so they can be very selective about who they allow into their life. And so that's what we're trying to get. We're trying to get you to that point so you can afford to be that selective as well. Okay? All right. So, okay, there may be times where you feel confused, okay, about your emotions, or things are unclear. That's why I tell you to go slowly. Go slowly. Even if you're confused, move slowly, and you'll have the time and the space, okay, to work it out and get the clarity that you need. All right. Then we have, look, butterfly feelings when I'm with you. You got all the best cards out of this deck, all of the best cards. Okay, and then we got the tantric sex card. So you know what y'all gonna be doing. Sexy time. Okay, yeah. So look, you're showing up as done settling. It says you're no longer lowering the bar to make love fit. If it's not meeting you at your level, it's not meant for you. This comes out all the time for me, you know, because it's like you tired of the fucking shit, okay? So you tired of the stuff, then that means you got to let go of them grudges too, okay? There's ulterior motives. It says someone's words and actions aren't lining up, and that's not an accident. There's an agenda here, and love might not be it. This is for the people, the other applicants, that's what I'll call them, the other applicants that come in, where I told you, they'll be telling you something, right? And then I told you they'll be over here, right? So this is what Spirit is just pretty much confirming what I just said, okay? All right. Okay, next placement we're going to look at represents how your person truly feels about, I think, let's say 1, 2, 3, yeah. How they truly feel about you. One more. Okay, so we got the Page of Swords, air sign, or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, the Wheel of Fortune, Sagittarius energy, and Queen of Swords again. Another Swords again, air sign, or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Okay, let me say this: just because I call these signs, I'm reading for thousands of people. There's no way that There's only 12 signs in the zodiac, but it doesn't necessarily mean that because I call these signs, that's what your person's going to be. It could be, okay, but not necessarily. Or if I call a sign and you'll say that's not your person, we have more than one sign. Where, there's a big three, which is the, sun sign, your, what is it? Sun sign, the rising sign, and what did it say? Yeah, okay, and then the Venus sign, right? Then you also have other stuff. You got your moon sign. You got, what is it? The north node, the south node. It's so many different things in your chart, okay? And so the ones that really have to do with like you and your personality, it's your sun sign, it's your rising sign. Those are the two big ones, okay? But there are other ones that have to do with it as well, okay? So like I said, with the Queen of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, so like we just had the King show up, we got the Queen here. This is talking about, a couple. But with the Queen of Swords, this can talk about somebody suppressing their feelings. So this person feels like they understand that you've been through trauma just like they have, and they feel like you are kind of holding on to some things energetically, okay? Then with the Wheel, they know this connection is destined. They know you are their soulmate. And with the Page of Swords, they're watching you, and they understand why there are delays, because, you got to let go of those things that you're suppressing, okay? All right, let's clarify. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry. It's sun sign, moon sign, and your ascendant. That's what I mean by the big three. Okay. All right. So we've got 3 cards that fell for your person. We got the spring here. So for some of you, you'll be coming into something with your person. You could be meeting them in the spring, or you could be coming into a commitment with them in the springtime. Okay. Or the springtime could be the next time you see them, because some of you are dealing with your people online, okay, on the internet. Then we got the 5th dimension. You and your person are already together, on the 5th dimension, in the fifth dimension. And with the refocus card, your person is refocusing their energy. Like I told you, look at where you're trying to go and not where you've come from, or, where it looks like you might be heading to, okay? So we've got memories. It says reminiscing, dwelling, bittersweet. So your person is going back through the past. And I told you, letting go of the baggage and taking the lessons. Okay, so we've got the Loves Your Scent card. This could be your natural body scent, or it could be a, a perfume, or both. Okay. Okay, here's your twin, false persona, scorned ex-lover. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Like I said, they're starting to come in stronger now, because they know you're on, a lot of you have already met your person, or you are on the precipice of meeting your person. Because like I said, spring's right around the corner. So you got somebody, this is about you and this person loving each other in the 5th dimension, okay? There's the twin showing up as the wounded lover. There's bottled up emotions there, because if you holding on to grudges, you got some emotions that are bottled up, okay? You and your person are telepathically sending each other love songs. Okay, this person is going to be your travel partner. It says you found someone who travels at your pace. There's harmony in the way that you navigate the world together, okay? Then we have make a move. It says swipe, speak, show up. Whatever your move is, now's the time to make it. Waiting won't align you. Action will. But like I said, your person's going to show up. They're going to make a move. They're going to, align with things. But when the time is right, you're going to have to reciprocate and let them know that you have feelings for them. But like I said, don't go balls to the wall. Don't go 100 miles an hour, because you need time. You need to take your baby steps, and they need to take theirs as well, okay? Because like I said, if you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, what is the rush? They're not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. All right, let's move on. The next placement we're going to talk about is some cards to describe the relationship in the near future, okay? so we have the Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and look at there, Ten of Cups. So you and this person are going to be very happy with each other, okay? There will be family for some of you. With the Nine of Wands, this is about, you know, you and them getting out of this wounded warrior energy, healing up whatever residue is left over from the things you experienced in the past. And with the Queen of Wands, the two of you are going to have a lot of passion for each other, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, so we've got the grief here, okay, getting over the, what, you know, the things that have happened in the past, and there's going to be a lot of devotion between you and this person. I hear Olivia Newton-John, hopelessly devoted, okay? Okay, the runner, that's the twin. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Withdrawn, that's the twin. Hold on. Always they trying their best to come through here. Okay. We got distracted and mistakes for those of you that are curious. Okay, so past life card here. Okay, deja vu, like I said, you've already, you know, this person from a past life. There's going to be soul recognition. You know, this is talking about, you know, karmic lessons and repeated patterns in this, you know, in this lifetime. Like you learning from the things that you've done, the things you've experienced, okay? There's the interfering temptations card. That's from the, you know, the twin trying to come in. And then whoever their ex is trying to do that. But you're overall going to have a fairy tale love with this person. Okay. Like I said, this is a beautiful reading. Libra, you getting all the cards. Okay. So we got walking away. It says walking away isn't failing. It's choosing yourself. When the path no longer serves you, it's time to move on. This is about you learning when you need to let things go. Okay. Because some of you still got people lingering in your energy and you got to let them go. Okay. Then we have divine timing here. It says things may feel slow or uncertain, but the universe is right on time. Love is unfolding exactly when it's meant to. Okay. All right. So you cannot push, poke, or force this. It's going to happen when it's supposed to. All right. The next thing we're going to look at, we're going to get some messages from your person. It's a message passed to you from your person's higher self. Okay, so we've got the love card. It says, I want to make love to you on a level which you've never experienced before. I want intimacy in every way possible with you. I just want us to know each other like no one else before us has ever known. Your touch, your voice really heals me. Okay, like I said, you're going to heal each other in a lot of ways. Okay. A lot of ways. Some things are going to be conventional and some things won't be. Okay. We have protected here. It says, and then look at the hands. Remember I told you, you're not going to necessarily be the same race, same, you know, same background, all these things. And look at the hands are different. It says, protected. I will always protect you, my love. Whether we're together or not at this time. My higher self is always with you. I will always protect you and the love we share. I will keep the boundaries around my heart that only you can cross. So this person is saving themselves for you. Okay. All right. Let's get a few more messages from your person. Then we'll get some messages from Spirit and the Oracle card before I let you go. Some Oracle cards. Okay. We have learning. It says we share an interest in learning and gaining knowledge. Could we meet in an educational setting like a class or seminar? Okay, that might be a clue for some of you about where you're going to meet your person. Okay, then we got jaded. It says, I'm not at a place in my life where I can provide love to a partner because I'm still stuck in the past. Okay, so this is not for everybody. This is not the person for your person, everybody, is only for a small amount of you. Is coming up with the jaded card. For the majority of you, your person is preparing themselves. Okay. All right. Then we've got network. It says that there is potential for our paths to cross in the workplace or through professional endeavors. So like I told you, some of you work with this person. But like I said, for the majority of you, this person is watching you on a regular basis all the time. Okay. Let's get some messages from Spirit. Give me 1 second. so we have saving grace. It says, forgiving yourself and others heals the wound and sets you free. Okay. Then we have eclipse of concealment. Navigate through navigate. I don't know what is going on with me this week. Okay. Navigate through the eclipse of concealment. Understanding the cyclical nature of hidden phases and awaiting revelations. Okay. All right. Then we have stay in the flow. It says surrender to the rhythm of life, remaining open to opportunities and lessons as they naturally unfold. So it's just, you know, you being receptive to what is, you know, what life is giving you. Okay. That's what Spirit is talking about. All right. Let's get a few more messages and then we're going to get some oracle cards from Spirit. Okay, so we've got we belong together. We have I will love you always and forever. I will call or text you very soon. And we have I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Okay, now let's get these romance, fairies, oracle cards and see what else Spirit wants to tell you. Oof. Oh, okay, so we have proposal. It says your romance is about to evolve and level up. Okay. Then we have marriage. Okay. Wedding bells are ringing. Okay. It says holiday. Enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life. About you and your person traveling. And then we've got time apart. It says a time of separation. And then honest communication. Expect a heart-to-heart conversation. Okay? All right, Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to move further into the new love by doing another spread about you and your soulmates, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to get a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, Libra. The overall energy for this week's reading is the Seven of Wands. So this is talking about, like, you know, you could be holding yourself back, like trying to protect your energy, okay, because of the things that you've been through. And I feel like your person may be in this energy as well. Underneath this is the Ace of Pentacles. This is talking about having a fresh new start in love, something long-term, something stable, committed, and grounded. Underneath this is the Page of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Pisces energy. Like I have to say, like I said, this talks about a love offer, but for a small percentage of you, don't take this message if it's not yours. The people that it applies to, they know who I'm talking to. For a small percentage of you, you had a false start with your soulmate. So this is about this person coming back in and apologizing. Okay. For others of you, this is just a love offer that's coming, you know, coming into the connection. All right. Underneath this is the Queen of Pentacles, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is again talking about you see each other as the one, and it's about having that long-term, stable, and committed relationship, like a life partner. And then with the Six of Cups, this is a past life connection for the both of you. And with the Fool, you're both wanting to take a leap of faith. And with the Parish card, this is about transformation. Okay. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Seven of Wands. Okay. Here we go. You know who trying to come in, so it just like give me a second because all the cards are flipping over. Oh Lord. Oof. Good Lord. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna show you for those that are curious, because sometimes I get questions in the comments about what card it was I put to the side. So this is about you and your twin butting heads and arguing. The love still burns. They still in love with you. Then we've got the karmic relationship here. It's talking about them. Always sneaking around, lying about things. Personalities clash, okay? You got all them cards, all these cards. That's why it took me so long to begin the reading. Look, I could do a whole reading with this. Okay, anyway, so when it comes to you, Libra, you might be dealing with a Scorpio, because Scorpio was in my head. I was about to say Scorpio. So we've got you, and I feel like this is your person too. You've both been in connections where you were abandoned, okay? You were left out in the cold and not committed to, even though you committed to this person, right? You got this person coming in, this new person. They love your scent. It could be your body, you know, scent, or it could be your perfume, or both, okay? Then we have the blocked card. I feel like this is talking about this twin, like you blocking this twin. They could have blocked you, okay? And it says, it stings to be blocked, but try not to take it personally. Value those who value you and don't chase the ghost. The reason why I read this card is because this is the theme that I always talk about. Hold on. This is the theme that I always talk about. This is the new season. This is the new identity you're in, Libra. This is about you only catering to people who cater to you. And still, you still need to be discerning about the people who are coming towards you, because for some of you, you know, you're on a glow up. Okay, well, all of you are on a glow up if you're doing what you're supposed to do, right? Things are changing. Things are getting a lot better than they were before, right? Before everything that, you know, the fallout that happened with this person from the past. The reason why I'm talking about this is because some of y'all are going to start to have visitors. And I'm talking about this person because you see how many times they tried to come into the reading, because they see you glowing up and they're not doing well. So this is somebody who wants to come in and grab onto your coattails and ride the wave with you, right? Because a lot of you may be getting money. A lot of you, you know, are, like I said, blowing up in your career or your business. Like I said, could be having new cars, you know, new places to stay, all these things. And this person, their life is going down the drain. So that's why I'm talking about this card, to give you the heads up that if you haven't already seen this person, or maybe even if you have, they may show their face again, okay, soon, because they're showing up here. All right, then we got the physical passion card. It says this connection is charged with desire. Just make sure hearts aren't getting lost in the heat, okay? So, you know, you and this person, I tell y'all all the time, with this soulmate, you know, the energy and the tension between you is going to be palpable. And when I talk about tension, I'm talking about sexual tension, okay? So you may get into spontaneous arguments with this person, but it's not from a place of negativity. It's the tension and it's the passion between the two of you, okay? You may find yourself getting angry at this person for no damn reason, and vice versa. And the reason being the sexual tension, because you know it has to play out. Because you know that when you watch movies and shit like that, and you read books and you see how the people are going at it, and you be like, oh, they're gonna end up in bed together. It's gonna be that type of thing, okay? But I don't feel like it's like a negative thing or some type of toxic thing. It's just the passion between the two of you. It's gonna manifest in a lot of different ways. Like I said, you wanting to tear each other's clothes off, you know, and it could be for some of you that's where y'all go in the beginning. And I'm not judging nobody, because I know what that passion feels like. It's like you feel like if you don't like deal with it, it's like you feel like you're gonna explode. So I can't even say anything about that. I'm not just, because I'm like, we adults. Whatever you feel like you need to do, like I said, because the person you sleeping with love you. So to me, you know, it is what it is. I'm not judging nobody, okay? All right, let me pull some cards for your person. Okay, so when it comes to your person, we've got the answer is yes, and we also have the nostalgia card. So this person is thinking back about the past. Okay, I feel like, you know, rectifying is what I hear in my head. Like they're trying to, you know, rectify certain things, you know, make sure that they've forgiven who they need to forgive, and, you know, set things right in certain areas of their life. Because like I told you, this person is trying to be in the best energy they can be in when they step into this connection with you, okay? All right. And then we have mistakes. Yeah, so this person may have felt like they made a lot of mistakes. It says misunderstood, victim, lost soul. They're getting out of this energy. They're forgiving themselves and forgiving other people. Okay. All right. So the first placement we're going to talk about it's called soul split. It says, how does this person indicate they're an extension of you? So we got the 3 of Wands. This person is waiting for their ships to come in, i.e. you, just like you're waiting for them to come in as well. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. See, and then look at this, the woman in this card, right? She's got a skull in her hand, and that reminds me of card number 13, the Parish card, which I can't say the word for whatever reason. But it's like this person, you know, is going through a transformation while they're waiting, or the both of you are, while you're waiting on the other person to show up, okay? So we've got reinvention. See, what did I just tell you? This card was turned over. I didn't even know it said reinvention. Like I said, you can't make this up. Then we've got awakening. Like I said, you know, you're both, I feel like, going through a spiritual awakening. All right. Because it's about you being on this new timeline in order to be, you know, ready for each other. Okay. So we have obscurity here. It says secrets, mysteries, concealing. Okay. I feel like this person is so curious about you. I told you they watch you all the time. I feel like at times, Libra, you may feel like a mystery to them because they probably have certain questions about certain things. And, you know, they're so excited, I feel like, to come in and to be able to talk to you about things that they want to know about you. Okay. All right. Let's get some cards for you. Okay, it's gonna be one of these reads. Okay, so we got breakup, makeup, and then we have needs to go through spiritual healing. You know who that is. We throwing it to the side. So you and your person are telepathically sending each other love songs, you and the soulmate. Hold on, let me see if I can get another card. I'm like, is the whole reading gonna be about the twin? And then we got working on self-insecurities. Okay, so this is about you working on those things where you're lacking. Remember, I tell you this, you know, it's not just about you healing. It's about you finding those areas in your life where you're not settled. You're not where you want to be. Like some of you are not where you want to be in your career. You're working a dead-end job. You know, you have other ideas of what it is that you want to do with your life. So now is the time for you to be researching and making those moves you need to make in order to head towards that. Okay. If you got some of you, I say this all the time. Some people need to get in, you know, may need to get in the gym. And, you know, because you want to be your best self when you step in front of your person. And then, like I said, some of y'all going to be taking your damn clothes off. So you might want to be ready for that. So I'm saying all this to say that it's not just about your self-insecurities. These things that I'm talking about, they contribute to your self-insecurities. Because think about it. If you not, let me tell you this. Let me give you an example. Like if I wasn't doing what I love, if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't feel like myself. Okay. I'm not saying that what I do for a living makes me, but this is what I came here to do. It's like one of my missions. So every area of your life that you don't feel settled in, it's taking away from you being able to stand in your power and know your worth and know who you are. Because even though it doesn't make you, it's still part of your identity. So that's why I'm telling you, every one of these areas where there, you know, it isn't where you want it to be, you're not on the level you want to be at, it like takes from you. It's not settled. It's like you are coming together, okay? You're all these new parts, right? Because you're identifying differently and you're coming together. And when you come together, I'm talking about with yourself. I'm not talking with this new person. But when you come together, it's like all of these different little things that make up who you are. And if one of them is not on the level that you want it to be on, that's something you need to be working on to try to get better. Okay? All right. Okay, let me get one more card. Oh, well, Spirit gave me two. So we have Secret Admirer. I hear in my head, there's an old song, Secret Lover. That's what I hear in my head. So it says Secret Admirer. There's someone in your orbit who's totally into you, but they haven't found the nerve to make a move, okay? Then we have Living the Dream. It says, living the dream isn't a solo gig. Every day feels like the best plot twist when you're with the one you love. And let me tell you this, you don't want to be with this person and still be, I'm not saying that there won't be things that you'll need to still continue to work on, but like your career or your business, that's a big thing to not have on the, you know, either on the level you want it to be on or headed in that direction. Because think about how much it takes, especially if you want to do your own business. Think about how much work and effort and all that stuff it takes in order for you to put something like that together and get it going. So if that's what you want to do, that's the direction you're headed in, that's what it seems like to you when you do your self-assessment, then you need to be putting your all into that now, because you're not going to have time to do that like you want to when you in a relationship with somebody, because you got to have time for everything. You got to find a way to make time for everything. And I'm not saying that you can't make time for both, but what I am saying is that, especially if you have your own business, anybody that has their own business knows what I'm saying is true. When you begin a business, it's like you married. That's what you married to, is the business. You ain't married to your person. You gotta kind of pull some of your attention away from them a little bit, because this has to consume you until you get it to a certain level. And once you get it to a certain level, then you're able to relax and be like, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do that. Because for me, I feel like for a lot of people, career is a big one, because, you know, it's how you take care of yourself. You know, like I told you, it contributes to how you see yourself. Because, you know, a lot of us, even though a lot of you that I'm talking to on this channel, I know I have a lot of men too, but I have an exponentially larger amount of women. And, you know, even though we're women, we still define ourselves by our shit. If we are being totally honest, it's not just the relationships, it's your career too. Because if you have a career, you have something that you really love to do, you want to thrive. That's normal. That's normal to feel like that and to want to do that. But I know it's even more important for men, because that's one of the ways that they define themselves more by career than we do. We normally define ourselves by our relationships. But like I said, I'm not putting everybody in a box. It could be different for everybody, but I'm saying from what I know, you know, there are some women out there that's how they define themselves, by their relationships. And then, you know, when you have something like this going, this is part of it too. Because like for me, I'm proud when people are like, oh, well, what you do? And I'm like, oh, I got a channel on YouTube or whatever. And I'll be all excited and stuff like that, and wanting to talk about it and wanting to share it and stuff like that. And that you should be like that about whatever it is that you do. And so if you don't feel like that, or you feel like you at a dead end job and it's going nowhere, or you getting mistreated at work and all that stuff, it's time for you to make some adjustments. Okay. I'm not saying to just quit your job and be like, fuck this, you know, that's it, it's the end of it. I'm not telling you to do that, because I didn't do that. Okay. I'm telling you, you gotta just be trying to put the two together. You know how you do, you have that transition period where you're still working the job, and then you're working your business, and then you keep going until you phase the job out. That's what I'm saying. Those are the types of moves that you need to be making. Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Okay, so the next placement we're going to look at. Did I get cards for your person? Yes. Okay, so the next placement we're going to look at talks about soul complement. It says, how does this person amplify you, Libra, or show you how to be better? Okay. Okay, so we got 3 cards that fell. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. We've got the 2 of Pentacles showing up here, and we have the 3 of Swords. So this person, I feel like, is going to show you, help you to heal. Like I said, the residue, I always tell y'all the residue, this person is not coming in to rescue you. You are rescuing yourself. That's why you're supposed to be standing in that 9 of Pentacles energy, that Emperor or Empress energy, because this is about you knowing, this is about the relationship with yourself, and you knowing who you are authentically, and knowing that you, no matter what, you can take care of yourself, and knowing that no matter what, you're good. Okay. So we got the 3 of Swords showing up here, and I feel like it's about, you know, you helping each other to heal the last few parts, the last few bits of the things that you have left to heal. Okay. using that energy to do it with the Hermit, Virgo energy. And then with the Two of Pentacles, you know, it's about, you know, putting an end to the juggling. Like, you've made your choice because you're going to have to choose, remember? So this is about you making your choice. This person's going to show you how they're going to treat you and show you that you can have a better life with them so that you can make an informed decision about who you choose to be with. I know most of you are choosing this person, the soulmate, but, you know, I got to put that out there because there may be some outliers that are out here, you know, that still want to be with their twin, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, so when it comes to your person, again, they are ascending and they are purging. They are letting go of the things that no longer serve them, all right? And so, like I said, you should be doing the same thing as well. See, they're getting ready for this commitment, for marriage, promises, fidelity, okay? I told you. I hear it again. Ain't no half-stepping. That's what I hear in my head. That rap song, ain't no half-stepping. So this person, like I said, they're taking this 100% seriously. Excuse me. They're not playing around when it comes to this, because this is like a big life change, right? To come in and come into a relationship with somebody with whom you're going to be, you know, is going to be your life partner, especially when you have not experienced anything like this before, okay? All right, let's get some cards for you. So we got the Two of Cups showing up here. Strong connection, mutual attraction. And then look, expecting, leaving a legacy. That is beautiful, okay? Whether you birth a business or you birth a child, okay? Or, you know, the two of you have a family together, or you blend your families, or do both, okay? So, like I said, both of you are stepping into this. And it's like I said, it's major life changes, like life changes that you can't come back from, okay? And I don't mean to say that like it's ominous, but, you know, I feel like it's a beautiful thing. It's something you should be excited about. So we've got the same mistake card showing up here. It says different face, same emotional fallout. Until you choose differently, you'll keep attracting the same script. So what Spirit is telling you is, if you don't do your healing, if you don't affect the changes that they're recommending that you do, it don't matter who come into your life, you're going to experience the same shit you was experiencing with these past people. And so I know a lot of y'all don't want that. That's why I hammer it all the time. You got to heal yourself. You need to fix your life. This is about you standing on your own 2 feet alone. That is why the separation is here, because it's about you and this person solo, you know, living that single life, living the best life, being the best person you can be. It's about you becoming authentically who you are, so you can allow each other to love each other the way that you should, for who you truly are, and not the mask you used to wear, the way you used to portray things, the way people used to make you feel like you weren't enough, or like you had to be a certain way. I feel like a lot of that shit comes from childhood, right? Because if you didn't act a certain way, you didn't do certain things, you got punished, right? People made you see that your authentic self, you know, no, you can't show that. Like, if you wanted to be angry, right? You know how to, if you don't, who heard this before? If you don't stop, what is it? You don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about. If you don't stop being angry, I'll give you something to be angry about. That type of stuff. It's like, you need to be allowed to be who you truly are, to have whatever feelings you need to have, and so on and so forth, because feelings and emotions, they're not dirty. They're not dirty. They're a part of who we are. And the more we suppress and suppress and suppress, it shows up in other ways. By making bad mistakes, picking people who, you know, play out those same patterns that you had as a child, right? You know, oh, you needy. You want too much. Why you asking me for this? Why you asking me for that? And the gaslighting and the, you know, trying to make you feel bad, and them treating you any kind of way. And then you believing that because you've been exposed to it for so long, that the way that they treat you is the way you're supposed to be treated, and them trying to condition you or groom you to make you think that that's what, you know, that's what a relationship is supposed to be about, because they want to take advantage. It's enough of all that shit. It's enough of all the fucking trauma. It's enough of all that stuff. It's time for all that to end, okay? All right, let's move forward. Okay, next placement we're going to look at talks about what's the lesson. What is it you haven't learned so far, Libra? Okay, so we got 3 cards that fell. We got the 7 of Cups showing up here. We also have the 7 of Pentacles, and we have the King of Wands. Okay, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hold on one second. So This can be about patience and about planting your seed. You may not have learned how to do that yet, but patience, I feel like, is a big thing. That's why this is coming up. Then we've got the Seven of Cups here, right? It's talking about, you know, having a lot of options and choices and being confused. I feel like the reason why this card is coming up is Spirit is saying this is about you learning discernment so that you're not confused when you're faced with a lot of different cups. Because I was listening to somebody that was talking about this the other day, and they were saying how just because you have a lot of options, it doesn't mean that they're the right options. Because, you know, I always tell you, it's not about quantity, it's about quality. Because you could have fucking 50 people that want to be with you, Libra, and all of them could be trash except for like one or two, you know? Because if they not coming in the spirit, and the two of you are not eye to eye on what it is that you want and what it is they want, you're wasting each other's time. That's why I said I'm all about transparency and people just being honest about what the fuck they want. Let's just be honest. And you tell me what the fuck you want, I tell you what the hell I want, and then we can discuss about who is willing to do what, you know? It would save everybody a lot of damn problems. But, you know, you got people out there that want to play with you, that want to play games, they think it's funny, all this kind of stuff. But like I said, karma is a bitch. It knows where you live, baby. It knows where you live. So we got the King of Wands here. This is talking about your person, I feel like. You don't know what it's like to have a protector, male or female. Because, like I said, make it fit, guys. Queen of Wands, okay? You don't know what it's like to have a protector. You don't know what it's like to have somebody to have your back. Somebody that is just all into you, that is devoted to you, that admires you, that, you know, is enamored by you, that adores you, you know? I feel like you don't know what that's like. And I think that's fucked up. That all these years have gone by and you don't know what it's like for somebody to just truly want you just for you and not for all this other shit, you know? That's why Spirit is talking about make sure, you know, you got your money in order. Make sure, you know who you are, all these things. Because, look, you got your divine masculine coming in. And so you want somebody, because to me, that's the sexiest fucking thing in the world. For somebody to just look at you and be like, they want you because they want you, baby. Okay? It says wanting to travel the world with you, right? You and this person, y'all are going to have a lot of fun adventures together. And it's what you deserve, Libra. Okay? And then that's part of the healing too, because some of y'all don't even believe you fucking deserve to have this because you've been through so much shit and you've been conditioned to believe that all you deserve is fucking trauma and abuse and people mistreating you and people telling you that you ain't this, that you don't deserve this. And it's time to get out of that. And the way you get out of it is by healing yourself, okay? And making your life what it is that you've always wanted it to be. So we've got the feeling trapped card here. It says feeling trapped isn't part of the love deal. If there's no key in sight, it might be time to break free. A lot of you have felt like this. You've been in relationships that were so fucked up. You felt like you was locked up in jail, like you couldn't get away from these people. And they just loving it, eating it up, doing all this crazy stuff. And so, like I said, it's time for all of that to end, okay? All right, let's pull some cards for your person. So we have, see, look, there it is again, the patience card. So your person is being patient, right? And while they're being patient, they're focusing on their inner childhood wounds. They're focusing on healing themselves. Because like I told you, they won't, look, I hear it again in my head, ain't no half-stepping. This person knows what the assignment is and they're doing what they need to do. They're nourishing themselves. Self-growth. They're focusing on self-growth. They're being self-focused, and it says soul finding at the bottom of the card. Okay, so it's like they're giving themselves, they're filling in, you know how they say people have voids or holes that they be looking for other people to fill. I feel like that's what your person is doing. They're plugging in all their voids. They're healing all their voids, so they don't have anything for somebody to have to come and fill, because they're not looking for you to come in and, like I said, to save them. Okay, they're not trying to be a victim. They want to come in and the both of you stand toe to toe, sovereign beings on the same fucking level, and you just loving and being with each other and enjoying each other just because you want to be together. Okay, and not because this one needs their bill paid or this one needs some place to stay or whatever. Because all of that stuff, I'm telling you, you make fucked up choices. We done all been there. Because I got stories about shit like that too. We've all been there on some level, and it don't have to even be things. It don't have to be money. It don't have to be a place to stay. It could be you need self-soothing. You need somebody that soothes you, or somebody that listens to you when you speak. All these types of things. There's a lot of different ways you can latch on to somebody, and it doesn't have to necessarily be these physical things. But I feel like those things we were just talking about, you know, like the emotional and all those things like that, your person's going to come in and do them because they care for you. Like I said, they're devoted to you. They want to do them, and not because they trying to get, you know, they need to sleep on your couch, or they need to sleep, you know what I'm saying? They need a place to stay for at night. It's like you want them because of it, it's them, and them wanting you because it's you. Okay? All right. Let's move forward. Okay, next question is, what's the blessing? It says, what is it you've missed so far while focusing on the negatives or the worry or the doubt? Okay, let's see what Spirit says. Okay, so we've got the Five of Wands, and we also have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands can talk about, you know, communication, that you may, you know, you got communication coming, and a lot of you don't even see it because you're so upset about this person not showing up. And I told you, it's gonna come out of nowhere. It's gonna be when you least expect it, when you got your head buried somewhere else and you ain't even thinking about this person, or it's some moment that you feel like it's the most inopportune moment. That's when I feel like this person is going to come in, because Spirit, you know, Spirit got jokes, baby. Okay, just like they like to test us. I think they think it's funny when they test us too, but I think they think it's funny too when they do shit like this. Okay, then we got the Five of Wands. So this is talking about competition. I feel like a lot of you don't see yourselves. You don't see how attractive you are. You don't see all of the things that you have going for you. But once you start to heal yourself and you step into your fucking identity and you get your life together, baby, you're going to be shining bright like a diamond. And these people going to be coming in out of the woodwork, coming out of the woodwork looking for you, okay? And then there's going to be people competing, okay? But again, it is about you using that discernment, because everybody don't want the same thing. Everybody don't want what you want, okay? All right. Okay, so when it comes to your person, they being silent, okay? The two of you are together in the fifth dimension. Like I told you, it's just a matter of time before it shows up in the 3D. And, you know, they're focusing on understanding certain things, understanding things about themselves, about what they've gone through, and, you know, making good use of those lessons. So we've got finality showing up here. It's like farewells, leaving behind closure. So your person is putting a lot of things to bed, okay? You know, getting that closure, getting what they need. Like I told you, filling in those voids that, you know, that they might have, so they don't come in expecting you to fill them. And you should be doing the same thing, okay? All right, so when it comes to you, let's get some cards for you. Okay. We have, see, you're stepping into a period of happiness and contentment, but like I said, it's not going to be without its clouds, because we've got interfering temptations here. I told you, the twin and your person's ex, they not going to, what is this? What do they say? Go lightly into the dark. We say when somebody just, you know, or they not going just going to leave like that. They're going to be trying to, you know, F some shit up, because neither one of them wants you to move on. They're the type of people, like I say, you don't move on until I say you can move on. That type of narcissistic shit. That's what's going on both sides. Okay? All right, let's move forward. And I think that's some crazy stuff. Like, cause it's like your twin thinks they own you, right? That's the energy they got. So we got, see, they mad. Friend zone. It says one of you wants more, but the other one only sees this as a friendship. You can't force chemistry when it's not there. That's what it is. Because a lot of you have walked away from this person. You ain't caring about them no more. But they are still trying to insert themselves. They are trying to manifest you and do all this crazy shit. But look, holding you back. It says you're dimming your light to keep the peace. Love should never require self-abandonment. So this is what they did. They held on to you like this. This is what they're trying to do. So That's why it's so important for you to look out for. Look, I hear it. Oh God, is this song from you know, remember the first movie back in the day? It's an old movie, Saturday Night Fever with John Travolta. There was another one, a second one, a sequel, and it's called Saturday Night. What's Saturday Night Live? I can't remember. Whatever the second one was, the sequel was that Sylvester Stallone, he did a cameo in it. His brother was in it, like singing in the club or whatever. But there's a song that his brother sings in the movie, and it's called Look Out for Number One. And that's what I hear. Spirit is telling you to look out for number one. Focus on yourself. Put yourself first, because you have to put yourself first. Because I keep telling y'all, Libra, if you don't put yourself first, nobody's gonna put you first. Okay? Because it's all a mirror. So if you don't do it, then nobody else is gonna do it. So we got false connection showing up here. It says the bond may be karmic, temporary, or just meant to teach. Either way, it's not what it appeared to be. Okay, hold on, let me get one more. I'm trying to get your card, but the twin is trying to hijack. Okay, here we go. Digital love. It says you're vibing through the screens, but don't romanticize a connection that hasn't been tested in real life. This is just spirit saying, you know, pump your brakes. Don't go 100 miles an hour, because you know it be easy when you be loving love and y'all talking, you know, like them damn shows like the 90 Day Fiance and the, what is it, 90 Day the Other Way, all these things and stuff where they feel like they in love with the person. Like, for instance, I was actually watching was it The Other Way? I can't remember which one. It's one of the 90 Day things I was watching. And there's this girl, she's from the States, and she came all the way to the UK because there's this guy. She fell in love with the guy, and she was talking about how much they had in common and all this stuff. She went all the way to the UK, and then all of a sudden she started having misgivings. She was like, oh, I don't think I love you the way I thought I did, and all this kind of stuff. It was horrible because the dude really loved her, and it was just so devastating to just watch him and watch his face and that happening on camera and how embarrassing it was. So I feel like the reason why Spirit is talking about this is that they're just saying, you know, you got to experience the person in person as well. You know, you could know them and see them, you know, all the time, but it's not the same when the two of you get together. It's like, it's weird. You know that, because y'all, those of you that been dating on online dating and stuff like that, you know, when you go out with somebody, everybody done the damn online dating, and you go out with somebody and it's like weird because you used to either talking to them on the phone or FaceTiming or whatever the hell it is you do. It's not the same as being in somebody's energy and feeling everything you feel, smelling their breath, all that shit. All that stuff. None of that stuff is the same when you're on, you know, looking at somebody on the screen or, you know, texting them and all that kind of stuff. There's nothing like being face to face with somebody, and that's when you can really truly assess what the hell is going on. So I feel like that's why that card is coming up. Okay, all right, let's move forward. Okay, so the next question is, what's the warning? So what is it you can learn that's going to help you to maintain this connection in a healthy manner? Okay, all right, so we got two cards that fell. We have the Nine of Swords here, and we've got the Strength card, Leo energy. So Spirit is telling you, believe in yourself, build up your courage, build up your inner strength, and stop fucking worrying about this. It is a destined connection. You are supposed to come together with this person. Remember that read we did? There was a read we did a few weeks ago. If you don't remember it, it's probably in this next Supercut that I put out for Libra. So take a look at the Libra Supercut when it comes out. And it talks about, there's a question in there at the very end of the read that talks about what it is you can't control. And it talks about this person coming in. Like Spirit, it was saying, it don't matter what you say, it don't matter what you do, this person's going to show up in your life. And you're going to have to make a decision on whether or not you want them in your life. But they coming, whether you want them to or not, because it's destined. It's like you and this person made a promise on the other side that you were going to come together in this lifetime. So you're going to have to decide if you want to be with them or not. Okay? All right. Let's clarify. I tell you, my nose is good until I start reading. I guess that's just one of my, everybody has symptoms when they channel. And I guess that's just one of mine. So your person sees you as their divine counterpart. You know you see them as the divine counterpart as well, because you had this show up earlier, right? And I told you, it's not only them coming. This person's going to be a part of your soul tribe, but you have other people coming as well. Like I told you, this is the time for you to you're going to start to surround yourself and have people come in that truly see who you are, Libra, that truly love you for who you are, and the ones that understand you, that truly understand you. That's what this is as well. This is about this person understanding you. Like I said, you and this person are going to click. That's what I hear in my head, a click. You're going to click with each other. Like I said, you're going to talk to each other. Even though you're from different backgrounds, you're different races, all these things, it doesn't matter. It's your soul. It's the soul recognition, the things that you've experienced. And like I said, you're going to come together and you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm telling you, it's going to be unbelievable when it happens. Okay. Then we've got perspective here. It says better off, happiness, clear headspace. So your person, you know, they're going through a perspective shift. They're looking at things. It's like the hangman. They're looking at things from a different perspective and letting, you know, taking those lessons and letting go of what doesn't serve them. Okay. All right. Let's pull, did I do cards for it? No, I did not. Okay. Okay. There your twin again. Toxic love will sting you. Oh God. And they look and just looking for a good time. I told you they coming back, but they're coming back just to set you up and leave you there, so that they can get at you when they want to get at you. So let's pull some more cards. See, backstabbing, won't come in and backstab. Okay, so you and this person will have a busy lifestyle. You have a lot going on. And so, like I said, this is about you getting certain things off the ground so that you don't have to, you're not taking away from your relationship in order to focus on these things that you can focus on while you're in separation right now. Okay. So we have family echoes showing up here. It says the old family patterns may be playing out in your love life. Until those echoes are healed, they'll keep repeating through new faces. This is why we keep talking about healing. Okay. Because you have certain things in your mind about how relationships are supposed to go or how you're supposed to be treated. And if you don't fucking look at these things and fix them, I told you, even your soulmate will come in and be crazy. Okay? I'm telling you. And it's not them. It's your energy. Like I tell you, when all these, look at all these cards. When all these cards come up and some people be screaming in the damn, look at all them cards. And people be screaming in the damn comments, talk about some, oh, you reading the twins. I'm reading your energy. So if you gonna scream at anybody, you need to scream at your fucking self, because I'm reading your energy. This ain't mine. It's not my energy. Okay? So if you don't like what's coming through, maybe there's a little bit. It's not only you, because it's time for this person to come back, because a lot of you are about to come into union with your person, but it's also part of y'all haven't completely cut the person off, and then it, like I said, some of it you can't control, but some of it you can. So like I said, you got to look at how you feeling about the person, because if you still angry, I tell y'all this, if you still angry, you still anxious, person make you feel a certain type of way, if you don't feel nothing, indifference, then you got something you got to work on. And then the people that are screaming in the comments, them the people that really need to fucking heal themselves. Because I'm like, what you screaming in the comments about? Because I didn't tell them to come. I didn't say, hey, I'm getting ready to do a reading, you need to come on down. I didn't tell nobody none of that. Okay? I just picked up the damn cards, and this is what's happening. Okay? And like I said, because I'm looking at your energy, not mine. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so the last placement we're going to look at talks about what's heartwarming. It says, what do you need to know for the future, and what positives will this person bring into your life moving forward? Okay, let's see what Spirit wants to say. All right. So we've got the Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, and we've got the Page of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this person, you know, this is about both of you with the Empress card, standing in your power, knowing your worth. I feel like this person is going to mirror that. You're going to mirror that to them. They're going to mirror it back to you. Also with the Empress, it's about opening yourself up, being emotionally available, getting more in touch with your softer side. And I feel like that's going to be something that the two of you, you know, mirror to each other. Okay. Your person's going to come in with an open heart. That's why I told you they bending over backwards, jumping through hoops, doing all these things so that they can be as open as possible when they come towards you. And with the Page of Wands, it talks about the passion between the both of you. You know, this connection, I told you they're very curious about you, right? I told you how they got a lot of questions and things like that because they observe you a lot, right? So this person is, you know, they have a lot of passion. They're curious and they're excited to come together, and I feel like you're going to feel the same way when the two of you get into each other's energy. All right, okay, let's clarify. Yeah, like I told you, they're going to be devoted. Okay, look, there your twin, unawakened. Okay, so this return, this is your soulmate returning, because like I told you, it's a past life connection. So they're returning and they're coming in the energy of devotion. All right, which is what you've always wanted, is what you've deserved, right? And then intimacy, right? A lot of bonding, a lot of sensual times, a lot of sexy times, a lot of confiding in each other, just talking. I feel like you and this person are gonna, quote unquote, get off on just talking to each other, okay? That it's not gonna just be the sexual, okay? It's gonna be the passion, you know, not just the passion, but the love and the meeting of the minds. Like, I feel like you're gonna turn each other on mentally too. It's like, it's gonna be like some weird shit, okay? Because you're gonna turn each other on mentally. You're gonna be like, yeah, you know, we can talk about anything. This person is like my friend. You know, we can just go out and vibe with each other and have, you know, have a good time with each other. And it, you know, whether, no matter what we do, if we hanging out at the house or we going out and doing something, you know, that's just like my friend. It's like my, you know, that's what I like. That's what I like. It's like homie, love, a friend. It ain't just the sex and the love. It's other stuff too. It's like the friendship. Because I feel like if you can't fucking be friends with somebody, Houston, we have a problem, okay? And I feel like you and this person are just genuinely Libra gonna love, just like each other, okay? Not just the love, but the like, and respect each other, okay? All right, let's move forward. Make sure. Okay, hold on. Okay, so we got burned, wasting money, and boredom, losing interest. So that's your twin. We're gonna throw them over there. So fifth dimensional lover, like I said, you and this person are together in the 5D. This is the second time this card is coming up. Then we've got love being in your arms and kissing you. All right. So just like I said, just make it out. You know, like trivial, like little trivial things like that used to excite you when you was like young, when you were younger, like you were a little kid. Not making out, but you know what I mean. Like just, I don't know, reading and, you know, reading to each other and watching a show together or playing a game together or something like that. Just stuff like that. Just any little thing. Just the fact that you're together, I feel like is what gonna be like a really big turn on to the both of you. Okay, so we got unspoken feelings. It says you're not imagining the undercurrent. There's an emotional charge here that no one's fully naming yet. Then we have commitment issues. It says someone here is afraid to fully commit, whether they admit it or not. Emotional walls are high and avoidance is running the show. This is why, one of the reasons why as well, that you have to heal yourself, because you are not going to want to open yourself up. I don't give a fuck how good this person is to you, how they fucking treat you, how you fucking feel about them. If you don't heal your shit, you are going to be afraid to open up. Okay? All right. So let's get some messages from spirit. Then we're going to get some messages from your person. Okay? I don't know why I don't know, I feel the need to shuffle these cards even though I shuffled them off camera. Okay, all right. Okay, so we have Sky of Clarity, okay? It says, soar into the boundless sky of clarity where insights are as infinite as the azure expanses. So this is just, you know, about you finding your clarity. You gotta, you know, the more you can understand things about, have come to an understanding about the things that happened in the past, the easier it's going to be for you to navigate, you know, into the present and into the future. Okay. Then we have gentle release. It says, let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious current. So this is Spirit telling you, let go and just let it flow, okay? Then we have new worlds. It says there are many more things for you to discover, so don't give up, okay? Look at that. You gotta, like I said, you're gonna have a lot of adventures with this person. You and this person are gonna be doing all kinds of stuff together. I feel like this person's gonna push your boundaries and you're gonna push theirs, but in a good way, okay? Like opening up and opening up to things. I feel like that even though you have a lot in common, that you're both going to, like things that you do that they don't do, you gonna turn them on to your stuff and they gonna turn you on to theirs, like that. That's what I mean, okay? Okay, let's get some messages from your person. Okay, so we have lessons, okay? It says, there are still lessons I have to learn before I can be ready to be with you, okay? Then we have trauma. It says, I'm working through trauma so I can be whole for you, okay? All right, let's get some more messages. So like I told you, this person is taking this seriously. They know you're the one. They know that you're unlike anybody they've ever met or ever experienced before, and you're all they see. So they're saying they're gonna call or text you soon. You are their destiny. They have a confession to make. All these turned over. I won't ever stop loving you, and then my heart and my love belong to you. Okay. All right. We switch decks. Okay, we have, I see my future when I look into your eyes. You will always have a place in my heart. Yes, I do want to be with you. Okay. Okay, we have, you will see me in your dreams. We are finally coming into union. So like I said, for some of you, this person is right around the corner. No one else could hold the candle to you. And then I secretly watch you. We talked about that before. I tell you, person looking at you all the time. Okay, so let's get these romantic fairy oracle cards. I like these cards. Okay. Okay, so we have love language, gift giving, tokens of reciprocity hold cherished cherished memories. So tokens of reciprocity hold cherished memories. So this person, is going to like to give you gifts, and you may like to do the same. Then we have bonding. It says, as you get to know each other, you discover many things in common. What I just told you, right? The intimacy card. So this says real feelings. You share true romantic feelings worth exploring. All right. Okay, Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to continue on with our new love series by doing another reading for you and your soulmate. This is going to take a look back at what happened this past year and what, where you're headed for next year. Okay, don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, this is because there is someone stealing my videos. Okay, and then you will hear low, it's going to be low down in the mix, but you're going to hear me saying that this video is been created by Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. Let me say this: if you got a problem with something I do on this channel, just unsubscribe and leave. Don't come in my comments telling me nothing. If you want to give me a suggestion, that's fine. But if you coming on my channel trying to tell me what the fuck to do, you better get the fuck on. Because I'm telling you, you're going to get your feelings hurt fucking with me. If you a goddamn bully, you having a bad day, you want to argue with somebody, or you a damn troll, and you wanting to fuck with people, this ain't the channel for it. Or if you think you James Cameron or Steven Spielberg, you a director, you want to direct somebody, not this channel, okay? Because I'm going to tell you like that man from the damn movie Casino said, what he told them damn people when the mob came to Las Vegas. He say, you a visitor here, but you act like you at home, okay? So this is my channel, okay? And like I said, I appreciate the people that are here. I appreciate the people that come here and watch the videos and press play every week or every day. I appreciate y'all. But some of y'all are going too fucking far. And I'm telling you, I'm not having it anymore. Okay? Because 2026 is coming. And anything other, any type of disrespect, you will get kicked the fuck up out of here. I'm just letting you know. Okay, here we go. Okay, Libra. So, overall energy for this week's reading is the Five of Wands. This is talking about competition. I feel like this is talking about the fact that you're going to have a lot of different options coming towards you, all right? Or you've had that recently. The more you heal yourself, the more you start to shine bright like a diamond, the more you're going to have people come into your life trying to, you know, it's going to be like a moth to the flame. You know, it's going to be people trying to come at you and wanting to be with you, okay? Underneath this is the Justice card. This is your energy. It's talking about balance. It's talking about you getting your dharma or your good karma. You know, it's talking about everybody getting what they deserve, their just desserts. Your twin as well, and your person's ex as well, and your person getting what they deserve as well. Underneath this is the Seven of Cups. This is talking about having a lot of options, a lot of choices, and being confused. But this is where your discernment comes in, Libra. This is about you using your discernment to understand that everybody, you know, don't want what it is that you want. I'm sure you've realized that from past experiences you've been through as well. And like I said, as you become that, you know, you become the flame and everybody else becomes the moth, you're going to start to see more people come in, and then there will be other people that come in. Some are going to want to treat you right, and others are going to have questionable motives or ulterior motives, okay? So this is about you using your discernment, okay, to make sure that you weed out the people that don't want the same thing that you want, okay? Underneath this, we have the Seven of Swords. This is talking about deception. It's talking about lies. It can talk about betrayal. Okay, I feel like you've been through that. This is like the ending of that as you heal yourself and move into this new relationship with this other person. But this is also about you, you know, being truthful with yourself. Okay, because there are, you know, some of y'all that keep saying that you healed, but you screaming and you're hollering in the fucking comments like you possessed by a damn demon. And I'm like, okay, people that are healed don't talk like that. They don't do, you know, those things like that. Like I had somebody that was watching a whole bunch of videos this week, and they just leaving all these big ass comments, just saying all this crazy stuff and talk about they healed, and you know, they don't want to go back to, you know, whoever they were with and all this kind of stuff. And you can just tell, because I keep telling y'all, I don't just read the words. I'm an empath, so I can pick up on your energy, you know, the energy behind the words. So I can tell if it's sarcastic, or if you know, you nasty, or if you feeling like this or you feel like that, just like I can pick up the positive stuff. So I'm saying all this to say, some of y'all need to go back to the drawing board when it comes to your fucking healing, because you think you healed, but you really not. Because I keep telling you, if you still dragging the person that you were with in the past, you ain't over. You ain't over it. You not where you supposed to be. And like I said, if you come into the comments of these videos that have nothing to do with what you experienced with this other person, and you saying all this stuff and throw up emojis and all this kind of stuff, you're not ready for a relationship. Because if you bringing that type of energy to the comment section, imagine what you're going to be bringing to this person that you're supposed to be in a relationship with, that you are supposed to be headed towards love with, okay? All right, then we got the King of Coins. This is normally the King of Pentacles, Earth sign, someone with a lot of Earth in their chart, towards Virgo, Capricorn. This is talking about you and this person seeing each other as the one, this person potentially being your life partner, and the both of you having a stable and grounded relationship with each other, okay? And then we got the Wheel of Fortune. Spirit is telling you luck is on your side. This is also the soulmate card, which is, you know, pretty much clarifying that your soulmate is on the way, okay? For some of you, they're already here. For others of you, you know, they're right around the corner. And for others of you, they will show up next year, okay? All right, so we're going to start by clarifying this Five of Wands. Okay, so when it comes to you, You know, you've been backstabbed a lot. I feel like your person has as well. This is about you getting over that, okay? Because like I told you, people gonna fuck you over in this lifetime. Nobody is exempt from that. Because look at what they did to Jesus Christ. You think they ain't gonna do nothing to you? So this is spirit telling you, you got to get over this, okay? And you got to realize that things are going to happen for you when they say it's okay. So it says divine timing. Things may be slow or uncertain, but the universe is right on time. Love is unfolding exactly when it's meant to, all right? Then we have butterfly feelings when I'm with you. Like I tell y'all this all the time. When you get into a relationship with this person, you ain't gonna give a fuck about the fact you had to wait. You're not gonna give a fuck about anything you had to do to be in this relationship with this person, okay? And actually, like I said, as you start to heal yourself and you move past certain things, you're gonna be proud of yourself for doing the things that you needed to do for you. Because at the end of the day, it's about you. It don't have nothing to do with this other person, okay? All right. Let's pull some cards from your person, or cards for your person. So see, this person at this time, they're not ready. It says the answer is no, because they're bound to certain things that they're trying to let go of. This could be like the devil, okay? This could also be like the Eight of Swords, like being stuck mentally as well, okay? Then we've got the heart fog card. So it says mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. So this person's been through a lot of stuff just like you have, and just like you require a certain amount of time to get over your shit, your person does as well. So you can't put a timer on someone's healing, because it's going to happen when it's supposed to happen and not before then, okay? All right, so the first placement we're going to look at talks about the summary of last year, of 2025, or this year actually. So we've got the Nine of Cups showing up here. We have the Six of Coins, okay, Six of Pentacles, and then we have, excuse me, not the Six of Pentacles, I'm sorry. This is the Four of the Four of Pentacles, or the Four of Coins, okay? And then we have the Lover's card, okay? This is Gemini energy. So what Spirit is saying is, you know, your wish is coming true, okay? You're headed towards your wish. Some of you, it has already come true this year. For others of you, it's going, you're heading towards it coming true next year, okay? With the Four of Coins, this is about you letting go of certain things, you unblocking your heart space. Because look at this guy, how he's holding a coin in front of his chest. And I tell y'all, whenever you see somebody hold something in front of their chest in a tarot card, it means they're holding themselves back emotionally, okay? So whatever this pain and this stuff you've suppressed, Spirit is telling you, you need to let this go. Or for some of you, this is what you've worked on letting go of this past year, okay? Then with the Lover's card, this is talking about your person coming in. This is the wish fulfillment we're talking about with the Nine of Cups. And with the Lover's card, this is talking about, you and this person having a meeting of the minds, or vibing on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, so when it comes to your person, they're headed in a new direction, right? They're doing the healing that they knew that they need to do, that they need to do in order to head towards this new direction, okay? Which I feel like is towards you. This is the road leading to you, okay? Then we've got the influences card for them, which talks about attachments, third parties, and peers. So this person is letting go of influences that have been negative, and I feel like hanging on to ones that are positive, okay? When it comes to you, Spirit is telling you, rock on solo dolo, because this is about you being okay, being single. You got to show Spirit that it's okay that you're by yourself. Because if you can't be okay by yourself, you damn sure can't be okay in a relationship, all right? So some of you fiending for this damn person, fiending, okay? Like somebody that is addicted, like an addiction. That's what Spirit is talking about with this card. And so you have to realize that you came into this world alone. Most of you been, in and out of your relationships. You've been single more than you've been in a relationship, and you have to be okay with the being single, okay? Because if you're not okay with your company, then how you expecting this new person to come in and be okay with it? All right. Then we got cosmic connection. This is what you're headed towards. It says this connection transcends time, space, and logic. You've met in other lifetimes and other dimensions. So, like I said, this is not the first time, the first rodeo for the two of you to be together. You've been together over many lifetimes, okay? All right, so let's move on. Okay, next we're going to talk about the biggest achievement of this past year. Okay, so we got 3 cards that fell here. Libra, we have the World, all signs, Magician, Aries energy, and the 2 of Cups, okay? Look. How I tell you, you and your person are going to be different races, different backgrounds. Look at the hands. Look how one is dark skin and one is light skin. Okay. So what Spirit is talking about when it comes to your biggest achievement is that, you know, you have manifested someone with whom you have a strong connection and mutual attraction with each other with the 2 of Cups. This is also a soulmate card. So you've manifested your soulmate. Then we've got the Magician card here. That's just clarifying that this was a manifestation. All right. And then with the World card, you've overcome a lot of personal challenges, okay, to open up new doors and opportunities for yourself. And one of those opportunities is this 2 of Cups. It is this relationship with this new person, okay? So with the World, you've closed out a lot of old cycles, but some of you still have things to you know, to go on. Because like I said, you know, sometimes we don't see ourselves. Sometimes we still tripping over things and we don't even realize it. And like I told you, a lot of it, I can see it in the comment. That's in the comment section. That's why I be asking y'all, did you heal? Did you really heal? Or are you just saying you healed? Okay? Because like I said, it's all in how you look at what happened in the past. And if you still bitter, if you a bitter Betty or bitter Barry or whatever about the past, you ain't where you think you need to be. You ain't where you think you are, is what Spirit is saying. And like I said, nobody is saying that to put you down, but it's that you need to go back to the drawing board. Sometimes it's like that in life. Sometimes there are things that you just need to take another look at. Maybe you need to just go through it one more time, and then you're going to be okay. All right, so your person is working on things that are keeping them stuck or things that have kept them stuck in the past. They're coming forward wanting to give you a confession when the time is right, unveiling, coming clean, giving you messages. And then we've got the Nourish card here. This is talking about your person focusing on self-growth, okay? They're focused on self, and they're, you know, dealing with their soul. You know, it says soul finding on here, okay? All right. So you got the twin trying to show up here. You know, this has been your experience in the past, not just with the twin, but it says always sneaks around lying about things. So you've had a lot of people in your life be not truthful, be untruthful with you about situations. I feel like that's why that 7 of Swords was showing up in the overall energy pile. Okay? And because of that, see what I'm telling you? Holding on to past grudges, holding on to past karma, okay? This is not going to do you any good at all. Like I tell you, sometimes people feel like this, because I used to feel like this in the past, but I had to get over my shit because I don't want anything coming in to this connection and messing it up because of something that I didn't do. So this card, you know, you holding on to old things. A lot of times you feel like you hurting the other person. A lot of times they don't even fucking know why you mad at them or whatever the hell that happened. A lot of times they cast the shit out of their mind because it wasn't you that did something to them. It was them that did something fucked up to you. Okay? Or they not holding on to that particular thing because it was something that they did to you. But you know, this same person could probably recite all these things and say, you did this, you did this, you did that. But when both of you are doing that, what is coming of that? What's actually happening because of that? All it is that both of you are keeping each other stuck. So Spirit is telling you, because it's not just this past relationship, the triggers from this past relationship. Some of you got triggers back from when you were a little kid that could affect your relationship that's coming up. And you need to go back to the genesis, back to the origin of the beginning of these things and fucking work it out. Okay? All right. So we've got playing games showing up here. It says they've got game, but is it real? Keep your eyes open and don't fall for surface level charm. So this is Spirit telling you, you're going to have other people besides the twin and the soulmate coming into your life. And you're going to have to, as I said earlier, I'm saying it again, you're going to have to use your discernment to figure out who is playing games with you, who is, you know, on the up and up and serious about things, and who is, you know, just not on the same page as you, okay? Because I had somebody come to me in the comments and actually ask me, they're like, oh, well, you know, who is this person? Can you describe them? You know, where would I meet them and all this? And I'm like, I'm not supposed to do your work for you. I'm not supposed to do your work for you. You have to figure this out on your own. Spirit is giving you the clues to give you an idea of what it's going to be like when this person comes in, and we talk about this person every week. But you're going to have to do your own work. You can't be lazy. And then that makes me question, if you asking me all this stuff about your person, are you taking the same tactic when it comes to you healing yourself and just not fucking doing nothing? That's what I'm wanting to know, okay? So we got marriage vows showing up here. It says forever isn't a fantasy here. It's a shared choice. Marriage is either present, predicted, or deeply desired. So a lot of you, this is where you're headed. If this, both you and your person, you know, agree, and this is what you want. And again, we're looking at an interracial couple, okay? All right. Let me see. Let's move forward. Okay, the next placement we're going to look at talks about the energies that Spirit is recommending that you leave behind in the year 2025 and move forward, okay? So we have 8 of Cups, and we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is funny. So Spirit is telling you that what you need to leave behind, at the end of this year, the stuff you need to leave, things that no longer serve you, the relationships that, and we're not just talking about romantic relationships, we talking about all of them, where it's one-sided. You giving, the person ain't giving shit, or they picking and choosing what the fuck they giving, but then you must give it all. Them type of relationships, I don't care if it's a friend, I don't care if it's a family member, I don't care, you know, if it is a romantic relationship, okay? People that are in and out in your life, in and out of your life, and don't seem to give a fuck about your feelings or meeting your needs or anything like that. All they care about is getting their needs met. Cause for a lot of you, it's not just romantic people that are doing this. It's all kinds of fucking people doing this. Okay, so that's why it's imperative that you take the blinders off. With that 2 of Swords card, stop ignoring the red flags just because you care for someone, and really look at what the fuck is going on. Okay, that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. Let me tell you this. I might have talked about this before, but I had somebody that I thought was a really, really good friend of mine. And I feel like in the very past, like in the beginning, up until, I don't know, maybe halfway through the relationship, it was good. Okay, I had known this person since I was a teenager, and since they were a teenager, right? So this was somebody that I would have done anything for. Like I said, because that's what people don't understand about a Scorpio, right? Those of you that don't understand us, what you don't realize is when we down for your fucking ass, we will go to the death for you, because that's how we are. That's how loyal we are. And a lot of times we don't get it back. So when you hear people talk about Scorpios or talk about we going ballistic and we doing this and we doing that and we crazy and all this, it's because somebody done fucked us over. And we're not the type of person to do that unless you give us a reason. Most of us. I can't speak for every Scorpio, but I'm telling you from my playbook, okay? And the other Scorpios I've known throughout my life, okay? So I'm saying all of this to say, this was somebody who at one point was they were my best friend, like one of the best friends I'd ever had in my life. And then after that halfway point in our relationship, it's like this person switched. They went through a lot of things. They were traumatized by, people in other relationships and stuff like that. And they started to just focus on getting their needs met, and they didn't give a fuck about me anymore. Okay? And so then whenever we were around each other, they wanted the friendship, but they wanted the friendship for what they were, the benefits they were getting from it, but they were not returning like they used to. So it was one of the hardest things I had to do in this lifetime, but I had to kick them. They had to fucking go, because I'm telling you, you cannot love anybody in this world more than you love your motherfucking self. Because if you do, that person, if they're somebody that does not that's taken that likes to take advantage, they'll use it to fuck against you. I'm not telling you not to love nobody. I'm not telling you that. But I'm telling you, always keep your eyes open, always be discerning, and put you and your feelings and yourself first, because if you don't put yourself first, you can't expect nobody else to do it. That's what I'm saying. Okay? You need to put yourself first. And like I said, it can be here, it can be equal, but you should never love anything more than you love your damn self, because that opens up the door to people who want to take advantage. Okay? And I tell y'all all the time, I'm not saying it's always intentional, but it's human nature for people to see how far they can take you, how far they can go. And it's up to you to set your boundaries and put your fucking foot down. Okay? Because like I said, I hear people, I remember it was something I was listening to, and it was somebody else that was giving a reading. And they were saying that, they was talking about somebody that I had been in the past connection with. And they were saying that this person thinks that I have too many boundaries. And I said, what kind of fucking shit is that? Okay, that's the number one red flag. If somebody's trying to tell you that the boundaries you have is too much, that's somebody looking to take advantage. Somebody looking to take control. Cause I hear Janet Jackson in my head, the Control song. I hear that going, playing in my head, my mind right now. So that's somebody looking to take control of you, trying to get you puppeteering, trying to get you to do whatever the fuck it is they want to do, and it's not in your best interest. Okay, so you got to think about that. Who the fuck says that you have too many boundaries? What kind of shit is that? Either you can deal with it or you fucking can't. Just like I told you at the beginning of this video about my channel. Either you can fucking deal with what the rules are, or you can't deal with them and you can go. Because it's not a problem for me. Because like I said, I know everybody. I'm not for everybody, and I know everybody's not for me. I want the people here that belong here, the people that are supposed to be here. Because like I said, they know who they are. I know who they are, and we good. Okay? So that's why I'm just trying to tell you. You have to put yourself first, Libra. You have to put yourself and your needs first. Because if you don't do that, you're setting the bar for people to do the same thing, to not put you and your needs first. Okay? All right. So let's clarify these two cards, the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so when it comes to your person, they're doing shadow work. They're focusing on themselves. And they are surrendering to the process, okay? Because they realize that they're empaths too. They know it has to happen in divine timing. Like I said, don't fight it. Just let it go, okay? This person is letting go of conflict, okay? Clashes, differences, incompatibility, people that they're incompatible with. And so this is the same thing we were just talking about that you need to let go of, okay? Because like I said, some of these people you let go of, I'm telling you, it's going to shock the fuck out of you. It's going to be people for some of you that you never would have thought you'd have to let go of. But when they gotta go, baby, they gotta go. And I told you, things like that are a test from Spirit to see what you gonna do. Because Spirit gonna keep testing you to see if you learn the lesson and you learn how to truly put yourself and your needs first. Okay? So look, see there your twin wants forgiveness in their feelings, but don't nobody care about it. Like I said, forgive them. But forgiveness don't mean you get another chance, It don't mean, you get to walk all over somebody again. That's not what it means. It means that you are getting these people out of your energy, okay? So you are headed towards that good old-fashioned love. And then we've got happy family showing up here. This is like the Ten of Cups. So it says you're creating or aligning with a family dynamic that's grounded in peace and mutual care. This is the kind of home that can heal generational wounds. So like I told you, you headed towards a relationship where it's going to be very healing. If the two of you have a family or you combine families, it's going to be a very healthy dynamic for the children that you bring into it, or that you combine, with your person. The environment that you have for the kids is going to be very healing, okay? All right. Okay, so the next placement we're going to look at is talking about the biggest obstacles you're going to face coming up. So we got the Three of Wands showing up here, and we've got the Five of Swords. So this is about you winning at all costs with the Five of Swords, okay? And then we've got the Three of Wands waiting for your ships to come in. Look how big that ship is. For some of you, like I said, your person's right around the corner. But you just gotta let go and live your life. Surrender, like your person is surrendering. Your person is surrendering, and they're putting all their focus all their priorities on themselves, because they know that you eventually gonna show up when the time is right, or the two of you are gonna come together when the time is right. Okay. All right, let's clarify. I don't know if I told you or not, Libra, but for those of you that want to see me read live, I will be reading live next Tuesday, the 30th of December at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time on the channel with Yumaya from Soul of Yumaya, the last young lady that I read with. We have to do it at 2 p.m. Central Time because she is in the UK and I'm in the United States, and it has to be at a time when we both are able to do it. Okay, so if you wanna know, you wanna see it, that's when I'll be on. If not, there will be a replay posted. Okay, all right. So when it comes to your person, they're watching you. Okay, then we've got they're letting go of pride and ego. All right, because this don't do nothing but get you in fucking trouble. Because this is what puts people in that energy where they don't want to take responsibility, where they're not wrong, everybody else is wrong, that type of shit. Okay, so this person is letting go of all those things. They're not trying to be that type of peacock. Okay, then we have the apology card coming up here. It says forgiveness, return, sorry. So for some of you, like I've told you before, it's a very small amount of you. If this is not your message, don't take it. For some of you, you had a false start with your person. Okay, and this person, like I said, somebody owes somebody an apology. It could be both of you. It could be one of you. I don't know. You know your story. But Spirit is telling you that this person is coming back to make amends. All right? Okay. So let's get some cards for you. Okay, so you and this person are going to be traveling the world together. They're going to want to travel the world with you. And then we've got still standing here. It says you didn't let hard times become a breaking point. This is a love that deepens with every test. So everything you and this person go through, you're going to get closer and closer together. Instead of things that will break other couples apart, is going to just bring the two of you closer together. Okay, so when it comes to the goals and aspirations for the new year, we got two cards that fell. We have the Five of Coins, which is normally the Five of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Wands. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is, some of you, one of your goals need to be getting your coin together. Some of you, you're at a dead-end job. You need to move into, start to make steps towards finding a career, that dictates or that says who you truly are, what you came here to do. Some of you, may have always wanted to start a business. You have to start to take baby steps towards that. I'm not telling nobody to go in their job and quit. I'm telling you to be proactive about making your dream career come true. Okay. Then we've got, and then some of you, we talked about this before. You need to get in the gym. You may need to work out. Others of you, it's just whatever it is, whatever issues in your life. If you feel like you've healed yourself emotionally when it comes to the things that have happened in the past, there's still other things, still other areas in your life that you need to be focusing on and you need to be working on, because this is about you stepping into the best version of yourself, Libra. Okay, so with the Four of Wands, this is about, you and this person coming together and building a very stable, committed, celebratory relationship. This is all about stability, you creating that happy home that we saw in the Ten of Cups card. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah, see, this person wants to create a family with you. Okay, they're reinventing themselves with the reinvention card. And then we have, again, family. It's showing up twice. So it says fertility, parenthood, pregnancy. That's for some of you. For others of you where, that's not an option, then we're talking about, you coming together and, becoming a power couple and, building a business. Okay? All right. Let's see. Okay. So some of you are dealing with anger issues. What are you angry about, Libra? Okay, this card is coming up for a reason. It may not apply to all of you, but it's applying to some of you. So whatever you're angry about, you got to deal with. You got to get it out, because I'm telling you, if you don't get rid of this anger, you're going to inadvertently at some point take it out on this new person. Okay. Then we've got soulmate bond showing up here. It says, when you know, you just know. This soulmate connection is deep and real. This is that no explanation needed kind of love. Okay. All right. So now we're going to move forward and look at how to achieve and manifest your goals this next year. Okay, so you've got 2 cups that fell here. We got the Queen of Cups, which is Scorpio for me, but it could also be Pisces and Cancer. Then we've got the 10 of Cups showing up again, because remember I told you that happy family card was like the 10 of Cups. So what Spirit is telling you, in order for you to achieve and manifest your goals this year, this is about you having a lot of love and giving that love, okay? Being in touch with your feelings and giving that love with the Queen of Cups. And then with the 10 of Cups, you know, you and your person solidifying your relationship, coming together and, you know, living together and working together, all the things, you know, doing what you need to do to build this type of relationship here. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Okay, so your person's got big dreams when it comes to this connection. Okay, and a lot of things they don't tell other people, because we got the moon in that showing up in that card. Then we've got lusting. This person's lusting after you. It says forbidden sexual energy. So I feel like when this card comes up, what this reminds me of is that some of you, this relationship is going to be taboo. And what I mean by that is that some of you, it's an age gap, okay? It could be 30 years. It could be, I seen 40 years. I seen 35. I seen 20, 17, you know, a lot of different things. It could just be 2 or 3 years. It's not going to be an age gap for everyone. But for some of you, and then especially, it's going to be a lot of situations where it's the woman that's older than the man, okay? And so you got to get over all that fucking shit, because the relationship is forming the way that it is, because that's the way it's supposed to be, because you're supposed to draw a lot of attention, because you're breaking down a lot of societal norms with your relationship, okay? Because a lot of you are going to be in the spotlight. Either one or the both of you are going to be in the spotlight. And one of the reasons, you know, why these things are happening, like the interracial couples, okay? Because there's still people in this world that think that all black people should be all, you know, with all black people, and white people should all be, you know, all races should be with their own race. And so it's about breaking down these things and showing people that it don't have to be that way. And then when it comes to that dynamic with the older woman and the younger man, they're doing studies that are showing that a lot of younger men now are choosing to be in relationships with older women, and the dynamic is becoming very successful. So you got to get all that shit out of your head. Stop worrying about what the fuck everybody else thinks, because this all that matters is what you and your person think. If you and your person don't have a problem with what's going on in your relationship, nobody else should either. Okay? Because my thing is if it bothers you that much, then you ain't got to tell nobody how old you is. You don't have to tell nobody how old your person is. That's none of their business, right? Unless you going somewhere where age is a factor, okay? Something where you have to verify somebody's age. What does it matter? It don't matter. They don't need to know that. It's none of their business, okay? So like I said, this person is lusting for you. There's going to be a lot of passion in this connection, as we always talk about, okay? Okay, and then we got once a cheater showing up here. It says history has a habit of repeating itself when accountability is missing. Cheating isn't just a mistake. It's a pattern until it's healed. So some of you have experienced this a lot in the past when it comes to relationships. And this is spirit telling you this is something that has to be healed. Okay. So because once you go through this type of traumatic thing, sometimes you get those thoughts that form in your mind. Okay. Like I said, your subconscious mind trying to protect you. And you are believing that because this happened once, it's going to continue to happen. And when you start to believe that, that's what happens. Life plays out that way. And because this world is about, the manifestations are about making you right. Okay. About the world meeting whatever it is you believe, meeting you with whatever it is you believe. So for instance, if you believe that this connection, you ain't gonna get nobody that's gonna treat you right, all that kind of stuff, that's what's gonna happen. If you feel like the new person gonna come in and do what the old people did, that's what's gonna happen. So that's why I'm telling you, it's very important for you to clear your mind out as much as possible and stop thinking that negative shit, because all it's doing is stirring up stuff and making things come out in a way that you don't want them to. Okay, so we've got businessman or woman is provider, stability. So this person's going to come in and want to help you, want to provide, want to, it's going to be somebody that even if you have money, they're going to be like, spend my money, you got to spend your money, that type of stuff. This is going to be somebody very traditional, I feel like. Okay, male or female. Okay, all right, so now we're going to move on to the next thing, the next placement, which is talking about your theme for the new year, your theme for 2026. So we've got the Emperor card, Aries energy, and we also have the Tower, Scorpio energy. So what Spirit is saying, your themes are going to be standing in your power and knowing your worth with the Emperor, like, being in your divine masculine or divine feminine energy, and about tearing down these old foundations so that you can rebuild yourself properly. Okay, so that you can start off the right way and have your relationships begin the right way, all your relationships, because I told you this is not just about romantic relationships, it's about all of them. See, so now we got the answer is yes coming out for your person. And we've got, look, divine masculine. This person is stepping into this energy so that they can tell you that the answer is yes when it's time for you to come together. Okay, let's get some cards for you. We have miles apart. It says, even though you're physically apart, you're deeply emotionally entangled. Long distance love is never easy, but it's not impossible. So some of you may start off at a distance, but I feel like as the relationship progresses and you get to know each other, this is a good thing for some of you that is starting off like this. Those of you that like to go fast, you like to go 100 miles an hour, this will help to prevent that, because I tell you, slow down, don't rush it. Okay, and this will help you, the fact that the two of you are physically apart. But as the connection progresses and the two of you come together, you will eventually end up together. Okay, in the same place together. Okay, then we've got the stars aligning for the two of you to come together. That's like the it's like Aquarius energy. It's like the star. Okay. All right, so now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. Then we're going to get some messages from your person. So we have two cards that fell. We've got grounding showing up here. It says, I am steady and grounded. Your attention is directed up too high as if you're not in your body. A balance is needed between a focus on spirit and a focus on earth. Grounding will help you to better concentrate and focus, and will also increase your connections to the angels. Okay, so it's about you being in your body. Some of you may need to go outside and walk, take off your shoes, and you know how they say walk on the ground, or there's an exercise that I read about. I do it sometimes, where you're sitting in a chair and you close your eyes and you imagine yourself, like, white light coming down from spirit, coming through you, like kind of grounding you to the earth. And so that's another way you can ground as well. But there are other things you can do. That's just one, a couple of examples. Then we've got money. It says, I'm tapped into the universal supply of money. The angels ask you to cut back on your spending and get the most out of your money, get the most of your money in line with things that are important to you. Angel number 88888 is a message to learn to manage your money better, as it can help you become financially secure and provide a safety net for any unpredictable situation. So we talked about this earlier, right? Some of you need to get your money together. You got to get your career together. You got to, start to do things that are going to take you in the direction of you being the best person you can be. Okay. So now we're going to get some messages from your person. The first one says Empire. It says, we are going to build something incredible together. Okay. Then we have, again, finances. It says, I'm not ready for you yet because I'm not financially stable enough to be a good partner to you. So some of you, this person Because I told you a lot of things, a lot of your people have been through a lot of things. They could have gone through a divorce. They could have gone through anything that may have taken a chunk out of their finances. And so because of that, they've got to build them back up. Just like some of you have to build yours back up because some of you have gone through divorces. Okay. Then we've got creativity. It says, I'm excited to collaborate with you and curious to see what we create. When two creative souls join forces, the results can be profoundly beautiful and rewarding. Okay. All right. Let's get some more messages. I want to wish y'all a Merry Christmas and tell y'all that I appreciate all the things y'all do, all the beautiful, wonderful comments, all of the love y'all show me, all of the things that you know you do to let me know you appreciate my readings. I appreciate that. I'm glad. I'm grateful that I'm able to work with spirit to help you through the things that you're going through. Okay. And I love all of y'all. The people that I got issues with are the ones I talked about, the bullies, the trolls, and the damn people that think they directors. I don't have no love for them type of people, and they can go. But y'all, I appreciate you. Okay. So we've got, you are my total world. Okay. Then we have, my emotions for you are running deep. Then we have, I've been working on my self-love and my self-worth. Okay. These are, you need to, like I said, you're mirroring. So you need to be doing those same things as well. Okay. Let me get one of these, because I haven't done one of these in a while. Okay. We have time apart. It says, this time apart is giving both of us an opportunity to work on ourselves and be the best version. I need to retreat a bit until I get over what is bothering me. I don't want you to see me like this. I am protecting you from my dark shadow side. See? So I'm telling you, some of you, your person is going through dark night of the soul. I mean, they could be going, like I said, healing from things that happened to them in the past. It's a lot. It's a lot. And they need time to be able to do that. And you just got to give them that grace. Because like I said, if y'all was ready, the ones that aren't with your person, if y'all was ready, you'd be with your person. So that's why I'm telling you, if you're not with them yet, it's because there's something going on. There's a reason behind it. It's not spirit just withholding this person on purpose. Okay. So we've got best self. It says, I want to be my best self for you. I'm working really hard to level up for you and meet you as your equal, your mirror. I know we will always grow together, but I want you to be proud of who I am today. So this person, you know, they care a lot about what you think because they have feelings for you. They love you. So they, you know, they taking this as seriously as they can. Okay. Look, they just want to be with you, period. They just want, you know, the both of you to love each other. They've never felt about anyone the way they feel about you. They can't wait for the two of you to be together. And reuniting with you is their number one goal, and you are their biggest wish. Okay. All right. Let's get these romance fairy cards, Libra. Okay. So we have lasting love. It says, this is your true love. Disguise. Some elements of this relationship are hidden. Okay. This is like this person hiding their feelings because, like I told you, the time is not right. Guided steps to great love. Follow the path of ascension. Okay. All right. So again, if you want, Merry Christmas. If you want to watch me read live, again, it's going to be Tuesday, the 30th of December, of December at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And like I said, there'll be a replay posted for those of you who don't or can't make it. Okay. All right. So Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra.